Northeast Texas Sports Network is dedicated on delivering the most entertaining sports broadcasts in East Texas. And if you're interested in having your next sporting event streamed live, visit us online at netsn.live.
And good evening, everyone. And we are tonight in Frankston, Texas, Jeff Opal Austin Stadium here for a big district matchup between the top two teams of the district so far, the Carlisle Indians at 4-3 and the Frankston Indians at 7-0. Hello, everyone. I'm Brett Swinney. Alongside me tonight is Jeremy Diamond. And Jeremy, we got a huge matchup here on NETSN. We got a bunch of them tonight, and we're just lucky enough to be at one of them.
Yeah. What an exciting time. And again, a great evening for some high school football and two really good teams at the top of the district fighting for that top spot. And, one of those nice nights where if you say the Indians, you're right? Because both teams come in as the Indians, and so makes our job maybe a little bit easier.
Yeah, we've had Carlisle all season, and we've covered Frankston several times this year. My first time to see either team this year. We did do a Carlisle scrimmage early in the year, but obviously a scrimmage is what it is. But I think the key is getting the bar back for the Carlisle Indians. He went out a couple of weeks, and they really struggled to find someone to take his spot. But now he's back. They're 2-0 in this district, which we talked about. There's 5 teams just fighting, and there's only 4 spots.
Yeah, and that's I think there's several districts in our area like that where somebody that's going to be, there's going to be a good team that's going to be left out, unfortunately. And, every game matters, and it feels like the closer we get to the end, the more important they become.
Yeah, it's this two teams at 2-0. We had last night, I believe, in a huge game. Mildred beat Kearns by 1, which could be a deciding factor. I know right now you've got Kearns, Cayuga, and Mildred all kind of fighting each other down at the bottom. And this team right here, whoever gets the win tonight, whether it be Frankston or Carlisle, is going to have the leg up to win that district championship.
Yeah, it's going to be again an exciting time, and just one of those weeks where big things are going on.
Yeah, I think we're about to pray.
Dear Heavenly Father, we just thank you for bringing us together today. We ask for your blessing over this game, that you keep every player safe from injury, and fill our hearts with strength, teamwork, and good sportsmanship. Help the players to play with courage and joy, honoring you in all we do. Please watch over us, our coaches, families, and fans, and let this game be played in the spirit of unity and respect. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
At this time of play, make your way to the north end of the field to form a spirit line for the Frankston Indians.
All right, that was a kind of a prayer snuck in there on us, but
it came a little earlier. A lot of times, usually they're kind of tied in with the national anthem and all that, so it came early. But sounds like we're gonna have some spirit night stuff going on. We got, it's Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and so the cheerleaders got pink on, and then you've got the ribbons at midfield.
Well, and we talked about the importance of this game. Let's look at the keys to winning this game. We're going to go with Diamond's winning keys. Always a great time of the evening. Let's see how good you do tonight, Jeremy. What do we got?
I think the big thing, if I'm Carlisle, is I want to control the time of possession. I want to keep the ball as much as possible away from this Frankston offense. They need to win the turnover battle. They've got to force a few turnovers, not give the ball away, and then lastly, they need to get off to a fast start. I think if you can get on the front foot here, maybe put a little fear in this Frankston team, it benefits them well. So they need to get going quick. And then for Frankston, I think for them it's going to be all about balance, putting the ball in the air, putting the ball on the ground, being successful at both. And then I think their D-line needs to dominate tonight. We know this Carlisle team wants to run the ball, and they do it from a bunch of different looks. And so if this defensive line can be disruptive, then we're good. And then I think they got to win on third down. If Frankston can get wins on defense and force Carlisle into long third downs, and then on offense have short third downs and convert, then I think they come away with a W tonight.
All right, well, let's look over the district standings here. Just kind of mentioned it earlier. As it sits right now, you've got Carlisle and Frankston tied at the top at 2-0. Mildred right there in third place at 2-1. Kearns at 1-2. And then Cayuga and Crossroads at 0-2. So, and Cayuga, they played a tough part of their schedule, so I expect probably a Cayuga-Kearns matchup could be a big determine who makes the playoffs in this district here. So it's going to be a tough one. Just going over some games right now. We've got one of our screens is on the Mount Enterprise Lovelady game down there in Mount Enterprise. Jaron and Chris are down there covering that one, and right now Keegan Ash and company is they're taking care of business. They're up 24-12 in the middle of the second quarter there.
Well, and I got to call the game when it was Carlisle versus Mount Enterprise, and man, that was just a ton of fun. Keegan Ash is all that you hear about and more. And Carlisle hung with them. Carlisle was able to move the ball as well. And so, this Lovelady team comes in undefeated. Mount Enterprise comes in undefeated. And so you've got a great matchup there as well.
Okay, so we got it says Cayuga is 1-2. They beat Cross. Okay, well then go update the NETSN app if that game's already been final. If you'll go ahead and you can put that in for us, and that'll make that updated score.
Well, and I think this is that weird week where some games change nights, and so sometimes those things don't always get updated on our system right away, or sometimes those scores aren't available because nobody knew it was on Thursday instead of Friday.
Yeah, we tried to get all the games changed that were, but that might have been one that wasn't. But it says Westwood is losing to Teague 21-7. Now that's a surprise.
Wow.
I mean, they struggled a little bit last week too.
Ball, yeah, they were down early to die ball and came back, and again, if you're one of our subscribers, you probably heard us talk about it, but we have an app, and we do polls every week, and we do a 4A to 6A poll, and then a TAPS 2A 3A poll, and Westwood's the number one team in our poll in the 3A 2A TAPS division.
Oh, and looks like Mount Enterprise scored again there, and
it was Alsop on the reception. He ran a little wheel route out of the backfield, and they're just scoring at will.
And then, of course, we've got another game that Keith's doing over in Jason's with him in Troop tonight. Another battle of first place is Troop and West Rusker going at it in a game that is going to probably decide the district championship over there.
Well, and you and I got to see that Troop team last week, and they have speed and firepower at every level. They were a great team to watch, and we've seen West Rusk as well, and they're a great defensive team, and so it'll be interesting to see who can impose their will.
We have them next week on Halloween night, and we'll also we'll have Mr. Keegan Ash next week though. As they all travel to Overton. That'll be our Thursday night game of the week next week. So
Brett, we're I know you and I both know this, but we are blessed to see some really great action at the high school level here, and there's so many good teams in this area that I think sometimes get slept on because people assume that only good football is played in the Metroplex or in the Houston area or maybe out west, and it's not true.
I'd argue 3A down, some of the best small school footballs here, right 100%. Here in the East Texas area. So
100%.
Looks like Carlisle has entered the field, and we're just waiting on Frankston. They're going to come in from the other end zone here.
And the fans are piling in. It looks like we got a crowd around us. We're out here in the elements with the fans, and so it should be a fun night. And we're hoping the weather stays cooperative so we can get this game in and get you a good, clean broadcast.
Yeah, we are undercover, so we have some friends around us here that they might be more friends with us if it starts raining.
We'll have to start charging admission to the tent. Put a fee out there, $5 for a little time under the tent.
Just some of the offensive stats. You got Frankston on the season. They've got 1,974 rushing yards, 1,311 passing yards for a total of 3,285 yards. They've scored 310 points for an average of 44.2 points a game. Defensively, they're giving up about 78 yards a game on each side. That's pretty salty. Under 100 yards, that means you're not allowing many points.
Yeah, well, and if you look over here at Carlisle, they've got about 1,257 passing yards, and they're sitting at 1,302 in the rushing yards. So really, both teams are pretty balanced. That's a balanced attack. And again, I think this is going to come down to Frankston's D line versus Carlisle's O line, and really Carlisle's defense against. I think that's going to be the matchup. The trenches are going to be where this game is. You mean
the trenches is going to be where it's won?
The trenches is where it's going to be won tonight.
Man. Looks like Frankston is getting ready to come onto the field here. And we got a backflip there. Okay.
I did one of those once on accident. Never been the same since. That was the quarterback, Carson Bizzell, I believe, that was doing the back flipping there. So I guess, if you got it, do it.
To bring out the light a little bit here tonight, Jeremy.
Yeah. Yeah, the downside of having the canopy is we lose some of the natural lighting from the stadium, and so we forgot to hang our little lights around that. We should have had like the LED strip lights or something,
Well, maybe the next time.
There we go.
Hopefully we won't need the canopy too often.
That's right.
It is a little extra time to get that set up.
Yeah. A few more things to take care of and take down. All right, it looks like we're about to head for the national anthem, so we'll take it down.
Please rise as our Mighty Indian Band performs the national anthem.
All right, we got the captains about to go out to midfield here. Let's see what we got. We got Frankston on this near side. Let's see what we have. So they start walking out, good to see. We've got number 2, that is Tristan McCoy. We've got number 20, Braylon Donnell. We've got number 7, AJ Donnell. We've got number 6, Davis Holiday, and we've got number 52, Aiden Lewis. What do we got there for Carlisle, Jeremy? Can you see through there?
So, I was going to say I should have looked a little quicker. It looks like we have
Captains for your Frankston Indians, number 2, Tristan McCoy.
I would guess probably.
number 8, Elvis Hernandez, I believe, is out there.
I'd say Elvis probably.
You got number 65, Cole West.
Okay.
Number 60, Brian Garza. And then I believe that's number 61, Brandon Hernandez. I thought it was 51 for a minute, but I think he's just got it rolled up.
I got Brian Garza's 50 on my sheet.
Okay.
Is that correct?
Oh, yes. There's a Brandon and a Brian and a Brian
There's
C.
a lot of a lot of Garzas.
Yeah,
on
so this is 60 is Brian C. Garza.
It's a
Garza.
broadcast nightmare there.
Yes.
We got lots of.
Although, when you got a roster of about 25 guys and 4 of them have the last name Garza, you got a pretty good shot at being
true.
right.
It's Garza. Oh,
yeah. Which one? Yeah. So Brian C. Garza, excuse me.
We'll see what we get as far as the referee tonight. At least he's facing us. Hopefully we'll be able to. Last night the referee was facing the other direction, so it was tough for us to see what they called.
And the mic didn't always work, so then it was even harder.
Yep. There goes the toss. And looks like he's asking.
Looks like he went to Carlisle first.
And then he immediately went back to Frankston, which means they probably deferred.
I would agree.
Let's just we'll verify that here in just a second. Again, thanks for tuning in and watching. Make sure you share this link and let everyone know that we've got this game live. Also, hit that subscribe button to our channel so you can check out all our action that we have on NETSN. And then like this video and let us know in the chat where you're watching the game from, who you're cheering for, and all that kind of fun stuff we like to do in the chat. And we like to see who's watching it from the farthest away.
That's right. Who's going to win tonight's distance record? All right, so it looks like we're coming over here to the Frankston Indians. They're going to receive.
So Frankston will start with the ball.
It sounds like the fans were excited about that. They're in favor of starting fast, and so
I mean, who doesn't want the ball?
That's true.
I mean, at some point, right?
That's true. You got to have it at some point. Might as well go first. So Carlisle will be kicking off.
Oh, we got the tomahawk chants. I wonder if we'll have dueling chants.
I was going to
tonight.
say, how's this going to work? Yeah, I don't know. And like, do you have like a chance off? I don't know how this works. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not often that you have mascots that are the same, so that's pretty cool.
Palestine, Texas tonight. We got
Okay.
tuned in. Okay.
Yeah, tonight's the night you want to have a multi-screen option where you can catch about 3 or 4 games that we have going on our network at the same time, so you can, kick it around and look and see what's hot. But yeah, Mount Enterprise, Love Lady, you've got our game here. Like you said, you've got Troop and West Rusk. I mean, this is a great night if you're a high school football fan.
Looks like Ivan Garza, number 4 for Carlisle, will be kicking off. Back deep for the Frankston Indians, you've got number 5. That is Michael Bryant.
Yeah.
And then number 7 on the far side, that's A.J. Donnell.
Yeah, and then in front of them, you've got number 20, Braylon Donnell. He's got the pink spats. He's got the pink socks.
He's pinked out.
Yeah.
Everything except his jersey.
That's right. He'll be easier to spot that way.
So here we go. We're about set to get underway here in Frankston. And little fake onside.
Might as well see if they're ready.
Yep. And so Garza, see if looks like he's left-footed. Appears to be. And he is. And it'll be a pooch kick. It's going to be fielded or attempted to be fielded by number 8 of Frankston. That was Joseph Allen.
Once it's fair caught signal, if you pick it back up and the guy fair caught signal catches.
I think they're okay with that. I think Coach Gold's okay with him just having the ball. That's a dangerous way to start.
Yeah.
You always want to let your guy behind you come run forward. Because, Jeremy, is it easier to run backwards or forward?
It's much easier to go forward. It's much faster. And, yeah, especially with the ball swirling, a little bit of wind tonight, that's the worst place to be.
Yeah. Just a little bit of a breeze. You got the American flag out there. It's got Oak Glory's got a nice wind out there for it tonight. So we'll start 1st and 10 for Frankston, led on the field by aforementioned Mr. Flipman himself, Carson Bazell. And he's going to be a short throw out to the outside. That's caught by number 3. That's Braylon Gray. And Braden Gray picks up a good chunk of yards close to the first down. He can get about 9.
Spot him on the 32, so 9 there.
So 2nd down and 1. And it's going to be a straight little pitch forward there to the number 7, Donnell, and he has got room. He's going to pick up the 1st down and more up close to the 45-yard line. Nice little, it's a nice little throw play, right, Jeremy?
Yeah, you get credit for the pass play there. And
so 1st and 10 for the Frankston Indians here at the 45-yard line. Handoff straight up the middle, and that's going to be ran by Braylon Donnell. And he's going to be stopped with about a yard gain. So 2nd down and 9 from the 46 for Frankston. Like the pass, Bazell out to his receiver. That's caught. That's number 2 on the outside, McCoy. And there he goes.
He is gone.
McCoy is gonna be gone. Touchdown, Frankston. That's a 54-yard touchdown.
What an incredible jump cut he had there on that one. He looked like he might have been tied up. He jumped back at about a yard and a half and stepped right in and was gone.
Yeah, didn't need much room, and a nice bit of running from McCoy. And Frankston strikes first here. That big play. Again, 54 yards. Bazell to McCoy. And on for the point after. We've got number 11 here for the Frankston Indians. That's Bradley Gould. And the kick is up, and it's short and no good.
Yeah, something looked a little off on that one, and timing or something just didn't look right on that kick.
So we're going to take a quick timeout. Right now we've got 10:42 left here in the first quarter. Frankston leads 6-0. Be right back here on NETSN.
Struggling with mobility, chronic pain, work, or sports injury? At Azalea Orthopedics, our team of highly trained physicians specialize in complete orthopedic care, pain management, sports medicine, physical medicine, and rehabilitation. If you've sustained a bone or joint injury, have mobility or movement problems, struggle with pain, contact Azalea Orthopedics. We're conveniently located across East Texas, serving 18 counties. When visiting your doctor, urgent care, or hospital, you have a choice. Demand Azalea. At Azalea Orthopedics, your health is our priority.
And we are back here on NETSN as Frankston took no time at all to put points on the board as they lead 6-0. Kicking off here for Frankston. Looks like that's going to be number 11, Bradley Gold, the place kicker as well. And he kicks it off up the middle. It's going to be fielded by Carlisle and bobbled. Oh, still kind of bobbled, and still ball is still loose. I think he was down though. And that was the on the return, I believe that was number 3, Dakota Grigsby. And I think he fielded it, he was on the ground, had it, and then he fumbled it out once he was on the ground is what I saw.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if they consider that possession on the ground or if he was.
Oh no. They're gonna say it wasn't.
Oh no, wait, he pointed the wrong way. There we
oh
go.
wait. No, okay. Oh, but man, he made he got all these people hyped over here.
Yeah, and now they're like, what? Which one?
That's what I thought. I think he had the ball, and he was on the ground down, and then it kind of came out.
Yeah, I agree. And again, that's a tough one.
So you got Carlisle coming out under the direction of Antonio Ibarra here. He's got Hernandez in the backfield with him, and he's got somebody else back there with him.
Yeah, they're in kind of what we used to call it was a green formation where you got 2 back.
Well, they were.
And now McCamey's moved up to that tight end spot. So that was Ryder McCamey.
Man in motion. They got some movement here. We got a flag on the play.
I think that was the false start on the center with the double clutch on the snap.
That's not the start Carlisle wanted. They'll back up 5 yards, and it'll be first down and 15 here. So now the ball will be at the 21-yard line. Man in motion. Ibarra looking to throw. He's going to throw a little out route here, and he's just too much strength on that one. Intended for his receiver, number 8, Elvis Hernandez, coming out of the backfield.
He came out of the backfield, and it looked like he slowed up, and I think he had a step, and so Ibarra was thinking he was going to keep going, and he kind of shut it down, and then by the time he realized the ball was in the air, it was too late to get going again. But it was there. He had a step. I think he just needed to keep his route going, and a little mix-up there.
So now second down and 15. Man in motion again. Ibarra's going to throw a quick pass. It's through the hands of Grisby, and that was a rocket. Incomplete. A little too much mustard on that hot dog, Jeremy.
Yeah, sometimes, I think early in the game, sometimes you're pumped for a big game and you kind of get going a little bit early and you got to just shut it down. Although that was probably the best thing that could happen because the corner was closing quickly, and that would have been a bad situation. High ball and a driving corner would have been a lot of pain.
Yeah, they were ready for that.
Yeah.
So now big third down and 15 early here for the Indians. Ibarra scrambling around, got pressure in his face. Ibarra trying to get away, and he is hit and sacked by a whole tribe of Indians?
Yes.
Okay.
We'll say a tribe. So a loss of 3 there for Ibarra.
So it's going to be punt time for Carlisle. Looks like back to punt for the Indians will be number 52, Chewy Enriquez. Chewy, man, that's a good name. It makes me want to eat some food.
I was going to say I'm hungry. Yeah,
Chewy is what I think of.
It's a great name. And again, how often do you see a punter wearing a lineman number, right? It's one of my favorite things.
Yeah. He can also place kick. We were watching it pregame.
No.
And he shanked it sideways, and that's going to be
that's
almost a negative punt. I mean, not much gain on that.
And he had no pressure. just missed it, right?
Yep.
Kicked it off the outside of his foot.
So ball is spotted now at the 20-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 for Frankston. Their second possession, they got gifted a great field position here, man. So if you're Coach Baker right now, you're thinking, man, this is the opposite of the way I drew this start up right now.
This is danger zone right here.
You've
given a team a second possession with 20 to go, and they just scored a 54-yarder, 54-yard touchdown in a short, quick drive. Man, now it's time for the defense to bow up.
Here we go. It's going to be a run outside. That's Donnell, A.J. Donnell. You got 2 Donnells.
So they got him about the 15-yard line.
I think I'm safe if I say Donnell with the ball tonight. It's one of the 2. So a second down now and 4. A ball spotted at the 14-yard line of Carlisle here.
Sounds like somebody might get towed if they don't move their car. That'd be a bad night, right?
Yep, it's going to be Donnell on the run on the outside. And he has got the corner, but he is not quite able to get into the end zone. It'll be a 1st and goal at the 2. Nice run there by Donnell.
Yeah, the Donnell connection. Last week we had Troop, and it was the Hawley brothers.
Yeah.
So now we got the Donnells, and man, they're doing a great job.
You got Braylon and AJ.
So 1st and goal here from the 2.
See where they go. They're going to give it to McCoy. McCoy's trying to get through the hole. He reaches for the goal line. And is he cross? Yes, he is. Touchdown, Frankston. 2-yard touchdown run
and
for McCoy.
Garza put a big lick on him, but forgot to bring his hands. Garza thumped him. It kind of knocked him back, but McCoy kept going, and he gets the score.
So a 2-yard run for McCoy. He's got 2 scores already on the night, and he's having a great start. So on for the point after.
About the only thing that hasn't gone right has been the point after. Let's see if they can fix this one.
Riley Gold kick is
There
up
we
much better, but he's off
he
to
missed
the
it
left. Okay, but a better kick there.
Yeah, hold was better. Looked like the ball got down a little quicker, but same result, no score.
All right, 8:51 left in the first quarter. Frankston leads 12-0. We'll be right back here on NETSN.
We have gone insane here at CDL Training Academy. Get your CDL fast for only $2,900. How can we do this?
Because we're a crazy boys.
Get down to Henderson now. Call or click today to get your CDL.
And we are back here on NETSN. Brett Sweeney, Jeremy Diamond here in Frankston, Texas tonight for a big matchup here. Battle for the lead in district play as the 2-2-0 teams right now are slugging it out. And so far, it's been really all Frankston here. Carlisle's just really struggled to get something going.
Yeah, the penalty on the drive to start it really put them in a bad spot, and then they just couldn't quite recover.
So kick short, looks like,
and
miscommunication.
Yeah, he's down.
And
that's a self-inflicted wound there. And
that was McCamey and Elvis Hernandez that kind of miscommunicated there and tackled each other. We had that happen last night, too.
Yeah, now the good news is they were able to keep possession, right? So,
yeah.
You didn't get a return, but you kept the ball. So you got the ball here.
Well, the return has been shaky. And, they had the last one was very shaky, too. And so something that I'm sure Coach Baker is going to be emphasizing, we got to make sure we talk to each other on the return and make sure the right person is fielding it there. So it's going to be a little bit better field position here at the.
And again, that's why you kick those between two guys, right? To hope you get some confusion there.
It's 27-yard line. They're going to give it to Elvis up the middle. There goes Elvis running through tackles, and he's going to get a nice gain. It's going to be
a helmet. I thought, the ball come out, but it was a helmet.
It's going to be a first down. Nice run for Elvis Hernandez there.
Yeah, give him 11.
And that's what he can do for you. Elvis, I mean, he started last year. We got to see Carlisle quite a few times last season, and he's a tough runner between the tackles, and he really will he'll put that pound on you before you were able to touch him. And it's going to be a handoff this time. That's number 5 on the carry. And that is Preston Armstrong. And he's a nice run. So 2 straight runs here. Great sign for the Indians. They needed some good positive momentum here.
They're going to give him 9 on the carry.
So I have a feeling they're going to keep going that direction. They're going to make Frankston stop him up the middle.
Oh,
well,
lots of movement.
Well, that's
the second time they've had some snap issues.
Yeah.
The first time that the center snapped early, that time the quarterback wanted him to snap and he held on to it.
Yeah, those penalties will just kill your drive momentum. You got 2nd and 1 now at 2nd and 6. It's a totally different play call here. Although they've been successful running it right up the middle. I wouldn't be surprised if they just continue to pound the ball with Armstrong and Hernandez here.
And again, Frankston runs a 3-4 defense, so if you can move that nose, there's some space up the middle. You just got to get the nose going the right way or the wrong way, I guess, depending on what team you're looking at.
2nd and 6. Going to be a keep this time for Ibarra. He's looking for room. Ibarra's got room to the outside. Ibarra's trying to get a foot race to the sideline. He's taken down, but not after he picks up a big gain across midfield and a first down.
They got him on the positive 37.
A tackle there by number 8. That is that's Joseph Allen of the Frankston Indians.
Yeah, that was 21 on the carry.
And that's what Ibarra gives you. He's got that. He's just an extra threat out there. Not only can he throw, he can use his legs, and just an extra weapon to have. I'm sure they're glad to have him back. Ibarra again is going to keep it.
Why
Bounces
not?
outside off the left tackle, and he's going to get a couple, maybe up to the 40. Did they give him 40?
To the 35.
Oh,
36.
Okay, 36.
So
Yeah.
I guess they just gave him 1 on that one.
Yeah, I thought they might give him the 35. The referee was walking crooked down here on the sideline.
Yeah. And these lines are straight as an arrow. We were talking about it pregame. Looks like they're some of the best lines I've ever seen on a natural grass field.
Beautiful field. Ibarra, quarterback draw up the middle. He's got room. There goes Ibarra. Can he get there? Ibarra's going to be tackled down just short of the goal line inside the 5. 1st and goal for the Carlisle Indians. Just what the doctor ordered for Coach Baker right here. They have a good solid drive here. They're in the red zone. Got a chance to punch one in.
Yeah, and that was 31 yards on the carry for Ibarra.
So right at the 5. So it'll be 1st and goal from the 5-yard line. Man. It's going to be a handoff. It's Elvis. Hops over a defender, and he powers through. He's going to be stopped just short. I think they're going to give him the 3-yard line. So it'll be 2nd and goal from the 3. He hopped. Did you see him hop over then one of his own guys was already knocked
Looked
backwards.
like a lineman went down, and then he had to do a little mini hurdle, and then yeah, not what you expect, but a good move by him and still get 2. That kind of kills your momentum. You got some speed, and then kind of got to get that hurdle in. So they're going with a 2-back set again. McCamey in the backfield.
Ibarra keeps. He's going left. He's got room. He's tackled down, and if he doesn't get grabbed from behind there, Ibarra scores. Excellent defensive play from the Frankston Indians.
Yeah,
there.
That was 52. That was Aiden Lewis. That's going to get him all the way back to the, looks like, 6-yard line.
Man, that was a big tackle right there. Now you got, you say it's 4-down territory. They got somebody that can kick, but you really want to score 6 points here if you can. Ibarra, they're going to change up the play call, see what they get signaled in. You got Hernandez with him. You got trips wide on the outside to his left, and you got a single receiver down here on the near side. And they're going to throw.
Pressure.
Ibarra is going to scramble. The scramble drill, he throws it across his body just over the reach of the intended target. Number 14 on the intended target, that's Joseph Mejia. And, man, he had him.
Joseph needed to be about 6'2" there, and Joseph is not 6'2".
That's a tough throw.
It was, but, man, it was wide open, wasn't it? That whole defense sucked up on that one.
And that's been one he's missed tonight. Ibarra has just kind of had too much zip on it.
Yeah.
He needed almost just to kind of lob that one.
Yeah, he almost could have just underhanded it at that point, right? I mean, it was so open. And
yeah, so they're going to bring on the Ivan Garza to attempt the field goal. So we got a field goal here spotted at about the 10, so about 20, well, maybe a 22-yard field goal. Kick is up and missed it wide left. Ouch. Man, so Frankston will take over, and a huge stop right there, Jeremy, for Frankston.
Yeah. It looked like they were in big trouble, right? First and goal from the 5, and then all of a sudden the ball's on the 3, and then the defense bowed up. So looks like this ball is going to be placed. It should be about the 13-yard line. Sure, we're going all the, where are we going?
They're not sure. They're throwing the ball out. They're getting the home
20?
team's football. Yeah.
That's a long way. They give him like an extra 7 yards there. I'm not sure what's happening here.
Is it where the ball is held?
Even still, ball wasn't. That would have been a 30-yard field goal. It wasn't that far back. I mean, they were on the 6-yard line, so it should have been on the 13.
I'm not sure what happened there.
It was almost like they called it a touchback.
And Bazell going to hand off to Donnell, and he's going to be tackled down for a gain of a couple. Actually, what's up with the sticks here?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Dude.
So they lost 2 on that carry.
Okay, did they? Okay. So it's 2nd down and 12. Okay, maybe we can get it all straight here.
Yeah, we're still trying to figure out why the ball's not on the 13.
Zell outside to A.J. Donnell, and he's got the completion. And he's going to be tackled at about the 25, it looks like. So 24 is where they're going to officially spot it there. So it'll be 3rd and 7. Quick pass out for Bazell on the flat. It's caught. Stiff arm. Another stiff arm. There he goes. It's number 6 on the reception.
Davis Holiday.
Holiday is gone.
And
touchdown, Frankston.
76
yards. Man, oh man.
76. Davis Holiday would not be denied.
And his mama's sitting right over here down from us because we were talking to her before the game, and at least I was. I don't know if you were here when I was talking to her, but a nice touchdown run for Holiday.
Yeah. And again, we're getting close to a holiday.
You know what he did?
It's almost Halloween.
I was going to say he ran like it was Thanksgiving because he was chasing that turkey.
Yeah, he was. He was trying to get that pig skin across the line and got it done.
It's like, that's my turkey. I'm eating it first.
76 yards for the score.
Man. They're going to go for 2 here. It's going to be a handoff up the middle. That's number 5 on the carry.
He's laying in it.
That is Michael Bryant, and they're going to give him the 2 points. So 2-point conversion is good for Frankston. So with 3:43 left here in the first quarter, Frankston is taking control early. They lead 20-0. We'll be right back here on NETSN.
There's something spooky going on at Stillwater RV Resort. Tales of old coming back to haunt the guests and the locals alike. Stillwater and the CDL Training Academy present the Haunted Bus Ride. Take a trip back to see the resort of old and witness the staff come to life to bring back souls that are so bold. If you dare try to ride, fright and fear will be by your side. For a mere $5, test your luck in hopes you don't get stuck. For 2 weekends only, come to Stillwater RV Resort if you dare.
All right, we are back here on NETSN. We'd also like to thank our sponsors while we have a chance. We got Azalea Orthopedics, CDL Training Academy, Fairway Ford out of Henderson.
We got Stillwater RV Resort. You know, I saw that haunted bus ride. Man, that sounds like a crazy experience.
And Grigsby on the return is popped at the 20-yard line. They're yanking for that ball. And he's able to hang on to it. And Carlisle will start at the 20.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to give him even just the 19.
Yeah. Man.
Yeah, they were trying to get that ball, and then, of course, good on Grigsby hanging on.
Of course, the Brook Hill School as well is one of our sponsors. They're playing tonight over in Bullard. And we're about to start, and you know, it's crazy, Jeremy. You know, we've been doing 2 games. It's been so much fun. We're about to do 2 sports every week here in a
That's
few
right.
weeks as basketball's
That's right.
about to start. So
It's going to be a wild time.
man, if you're not subscribed and locked into NETSN and you love high school sports, what are you doing? Come on.
Yeah,
It's
this is the place to be.
It's the most affordable subscription you can ever afford.
That's right. It's free, $99, FREE.
And we still are looking for sponsors, so if you're interested in sponsoring our broadcast or like what we do and you want us to come to your town and do more games, reach out to us, sales@netsn.com. Ibarra is going to keep it off the left side, and he is going to be stopped for probably, if not, no gain for sure, maybe a loss. I don't know where they're going to end up spotting him, but and Elvis is going to come up a little gimpy. He's going to hobble off to the sideline, be replaced by Armstrong.
Yeah, not ideal there. But again, Armstrong's done well in his carry. He got 9, so.
Yeah, Carlisle's got to shake off that lap because they got to think, man, we could have scored that, and then we'd be right in this game a little bit closer here. Oh, a stick, and the ball's loose. Goodness
they're saying
gracious.
he was down, but that ball was on somebody's back and was not secure.
Oh, my goodness.
Now, I would say they're probably going to say that forward progress was stopped.
Did they just shoot him out of a gun,
Man,
through the hole?
He got shot out of a cannon and ate somebody's lunch.
Man.
Mama, did you see the license plate on that truck?
Goodness gracious.
Another no gain on that carry. And
They're fortunate to have no gain there. I mean,
yeah. Maybe a loss. I guess maybe a loss. It looks like a loss of 1. It's kind of an in-between.
Armstrong's like, hey, Elvis, are you ready to come back in here?
Yeah. Somebody forgot to block the one man that could do some damage there. That was a huge hit.
It's like they've got McCamey in the backfield with them. They'll send him in motion out left. Ibarra is going to throw a quick pass over here to the side, and it's caught by Mejia, but he's not going to have any room at all. He'll gain a couple, but it's going to be a 4th down and about 7.
Yeah, so the first completed pass tonight for Ibarra, that one was on target, but the Frankston defense rallied quickly.
And you could see why they've only allowed around 70 yards per game.
Yeah,
they're flying to the ball.
Yeah, it's a team effort, right? I mean, we talk about it a lot. You know, the best defenses work as an entire unit. It's not 1 or 2 guys. And this Frankston defense, other than a couple of big runs, they've been up to the task. So Chewy back there again to punt.
Yep, and the punt is away. And it's going to be a high kick, a little better than the last time. Takes a nice bounce there. And it'll be across midfield, spotted at the 48-yard line. So still another great field position here for Frankston as they're looking to add to their lead here. And give you the halftime score for those interested. We have a basketball score going on over in Mount Enterprise. Mount Enterprise 40, Lovelady 32.
Yeah, that might even be a high score for some half times of basketball games, 40-32.
And it may be the first one to 70 wins.
Yeah.
Well, maybe 80.
It might be the last person to have the ball wins.
Yeah.
It's whoever gets the last possession at this point.
And Lovelady gets the ball to start the second half, so they'll have a chance to get right back in.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting, as I'm sure Jaron and Chris are having a good time over there. But we've had some excitement here early. We're still in the first quarter. 3 touchdowns already for Frankston. Bazell, pass outside, caught by Donnell. Great catch. He's able to hang, had some hang time there, almost like a basketball lob. Stayed in there and come down with a catch.
That's going to be a first down there, so 10 on the catch.
So the sticks moved again here, and Frankston continues just to kind of truck along here. Bazell this time is going to give to the tailback. That is number 5.
And he has got
Bryant, and he is gone. Touchdown, Frankston. Wow.
44 yards.
And just like clockwork, it doesn't matter who gets the ball, Jeremy. And we've got, we stopped. Did we get a flag somewhere? And someone's bringing it back, he said. I think there's laundry on the field, Jeremy.
Okay, so little laundry.
Blocking the back. Uh-oh.
Man. Wipes out an amazing run there.
That'll put you in reverse real quick.
Man, if you're Bryant, you're like, I just put the Jets on, and now I got to come back and reset here. So a big penalty on the Frankston Indians here.
So they'll take that off the board.
That's going to take them all the way back into minus territory again. Or no, not quite. They'll be on the 48. So plus 48 for them. So the penalty takes them back 4 yards from where they were because the penalty was a little bit downfield.
So we'll start over here. It'll be 1st and 15. Pass complete. Bazell over to Donnell, and he's going to gain back the yards that they lost earlier, but not quite the whole end zone there. So it'll be at the 41. So 2nd and 7 now. I like that first down play. Just get some of it back. They're going to give outsides. It's Braylon Donnell. He cuts it up the field, just running through tacklers. He finally meets a wall of Indians there. He's going to get forward progress up to the 38. So now you got a manageable 3rd down.
Yeah, so 3 on the carry, and again, like you said, it's a much shorter 3rd down play here. They've got to get to the 33, and they're on the 38.
I think it's the 34.
Or 34? Okay, yeah, 34. So. Yeah, you're right.
Sometimes I have to help you with math. I know you're the math wizard usually, but
hey, sometimes it's hard to tell.
And I think it's going to take us to the end of the 1st quarter. So we got the end of the 1st quarter here in Frankston. Frankston leads 20-0. We'll be right back here on NETSN.
This is where legends rise and moments are made.
They're still on his feet. Come on, still on his feet.
From the buzzer beaters to the game winners, we bring you the action. Raw, real, relentless. We cover every angle, every story. From the streets to the stadiums.
He's going all the way.
Your favorite athletes. Your teams.
Ford breaks some tackle. Oh my gosh.
Your passion. All in one place. New games, live shows.
Here he goes. He's got some blockers.
This is the future of sports media.
There he goes. Quick up into the secondary.
This isn't just a network. This is a movement.
Ooh, oh, he ran over the defender.
Welcome to NETSN Game On.
And we are back here on NETSN as the 2nd quarter starts, and we got a little double reverse here. It's Donnell to Donnell, and A.J. Donnell stiff arms a tackler, spins off a tackler, cuts it back up the field. He's going to score. Touchdown, Frankston. What a play.
38 yards on the reverse.
Wow. They're like, well, they took the other one back. Take this. And it just had Carlisle looking all over the place. A little misdirection with the double reverse there.
Yeah, a little razzle-dazzle there, kind of the jet sweep to reverse. Donnell to Donnell, as you said.
It looks like they're going to line up again and go for 2 here.
Try to get it to 28, right, which is what the score should have been, right?
Yeah. So Bazell in the gun. And he's going to keep it up the middle himself, and he is stopped short, I believe, and it's no good. So no good on the point after. So 11:45 left here in the 1st half. Frankston leads 26-0. We'll be right back here on NETSN.
Brook Hill is more than a school.
I am more than a teacher.
We're more than a classroom.
This is more than a performance.
That is more than a scoreboard.
At Brook Hill, you are more than a student. Brook Hill provides a Christ-centered education that more than prepares students for college. It prepares them for life. Brook Hill is a place to grow, a place to belong, a place to thrive. Are you ready for more?
Back here on NETSN. Brett Sweeney, Jeremy Diamond here, and we got some scores coming in. We've got, of course, this one's 26-0. We've got Tyler High's playing at home today. Was it 5 o'clock start?
Yeah, it was I think it was the 5 o'clock start. Yeah.
So in the start of the 4th quarter there, they trail 42-33. Another shootout. Tyler High likes those shootouts.
I was going to say they like to score points. They've had a little bit of trouble stopping people, but
That's usually
halftime. Teague 21, Westwood 7. It'd be interesting to know if something happened with an injury or something there, or maybe turnovers. I don't know.
It's fielded. Oh no. Carlisle still having trouble with that kickoff return. I'm not sure who ended up with it. There was about 2 people touched it first.
It had a little soap on it.
I'm not sure who was on the return there.
It might have been Mejia.
Yeah, I thought it was 4. It could have been 14. So it was either Garza or Mejia. I think you're.
Actually, I think it was. It was actually number. It bounced over Juan Diaz's head. Number 7 had the first chance at it, and I think Mejia had the run there out of bounds.
Man, I don't want to say that this already, but I think this is a must score here for Carlisle. I feel like that they need some kind of momentum here. I know they've got lots of time left, but you need something.
Yeah, you don't want to give Frankston any more confidence than they already have.
So they're going to go 5 wides, and they've got Ibarra in the backfield, and that quarterback draw is just not worked here.
There's no lead block, so if you don't get every block on the D line, you're putting your quarterback in a bad spot because there's nobody there to pick up a missed block.
Yep. So it's like a no gain, or actually a loss of looks like maybe 2. They'll bring up 2nd down and 12. So Ibarra will try again. This time he's going to drop back to pass. Looking around, looking for a receiver. He's got Garza on the far side. It's going to be complete. Not for much gain, though.
Maybe 26, 27?
Yeah, I think they're going to mark him with a 27. So maybe a gain of 3?
It'll be 5 on that one because they lost it 2. So, yeah.
Okay.
Gain of 5 there. Again, maybe a throw that's on target a little bit more. He's got a chance to run, and he kind of had to slide to make the catch. So no chance at extra yardage after the catch.
I'd like to see him at some point. Now, this may not be the play, but maybe take a shot. He's got the arm. Ibarra rolls out to his right, looking back left, and he is sacked in the backfield. And that's number 6 on the sack. That is Davis Holiday again.
Yeah, and then joining him back there was number 28, Secorvius Foster.
And so now you're back to punt formation again for Carlisle. And as impressive as the offense has been for Frankston, the defense has been so impressive.
Yeah, they've got speed all over at every level. Even their D linemen have look like linebackers and have the speed of them, and so it's tough to get anything going.
You look at our small school poll we have, Jeremy, as we have this punt here. Lovelady, they're in it, yes.
Yeah.
Enterprise, yes. Frankston, yes. Also Troop,
yeah.
West Rusk. So we've got, Carlisle's is kind of
they're close
at the very edge of it. So I mean, you've got just here on NETSN tonight, you've got all 5-6 teams. That's just in those 3 games in our small school poll are right there on it. So just some huge football tonight. That's going to determine not only just district championships, but more importantly the seed and who you're going to end up playing later down the line.
Yeah, and again, we talked about it. I think 3A and down, some of the best footballs played in this area, and then we're just ignoring 4A with Kilgore and Carthage.
I mean,
we could keep going up.
Yeah, that's true. Well, and teams we don't mention, we've got Larry's got that St. Augustine and Shelbyville game too.
Yeah, and that's going to be a great one.
And St. Augustine is the surprising team right now. Probably not the Coach Barnes and his group, but surprising. And they played this Frankston team week 1 and lost 19-0, but that doesn't look so bad now.
I was going to say, we were unsure at the beginning, but now that doesn't look like a bad loss. Just giving up 19 to this team.
Lazelle's going deep. He's got Holiday. He slips away. Davis Holiday is going to score. Touchdown, Frankston.
62 yards.
Wow.
Holiday he doesn't want to do anything easy. He wants to make it a highlight reel.
Jeez.
So 62 yards on the touchdown pass.
What a catch. The concentration to make the catch with a guy wrapping you up, and then he just kind of, it was it. If he got out of that tackle, he was gone because there wasn't anybody else behind him. And
Brett, 3 passing touchdowns for Bazell, 54, 76, and 62.
Hey, is that good?
That's not too shabby. That might be a night for some guys, much less a quarter in a couple minutes, right?
Bradley Gold on for the point after. The kick is up, and it's no good. Struggles continue there, but I think
the only thing that's not going well.
It is true. We got 9:16 left here in the first half. Frankston leads 32-0. We'll be right back here on NETSN.
Struggling with mobility, chronic pain, work, or sports injury? At Azalea Orthopedics, our team of highly trained physicians specialize in complete orthopedic care, pain management, sports medicine, physical medicine, and rehabilitation. If you've sustained a bone or joint injury, have mobility or movement problems, struggle with pain, contact Azalea Orthopedics. We're conveniently located across East Texas, serving 18 counties. When visiting your doctor, urgent care, or hospital, you have a choice. Demand Azalea. At Azalea Orthopedics, your health is our priority.
And we are back here on NETSN. Brett Sweet, Jeremy Diamond. And, man, we've seen an offensive performance here for Frankston this first half.
It's been an explosion of points and big plays, right? I mean, big plays, quick scores.
And the ball just continues going to bounce around. It's going to be Mejia on the return. And it's going to get up across the 20, about the 20 or 22, somewhere in there. See where they mark it.
You know, one of the unique things about a grass field, I don't know if you've noticed it, but there's a little bit of a dome through the middle of it. You can kind of see the middle of the field's a little bit higher up than the sides,
for
right?
draining purposes.
Yeah, you get some drainage, and so you don't see a lot of that now with the turf fields, but kind of a cool feature in these older, or the older stadiums or sometimes grass fields that you have a little bit of dome, and it's an interesting thing when you're on the sideline and you can see it. It looks strange.
Yeah, great view here tonight as we are surrounded by Frankston Indian fans, and they have been, I think they're happy so far.
I was going to say, it's been a good night for them.
Handoff, Elvis up the middle, and he is going to be stopped. Doesn't look like for much.
I'd tell you that the craziest dome stadium I've seen as far as the field is Mesquite Memorial. I mean, it literally is probably about 3 to 4 yards taller in the middle than it is on the sides. I mean, it literally has just a huge hump in it, and it's the craziest thing I've ever seen. I've never seen one that exaggerated. Looks like they gave him really just no gain there.
Yep. Ibarra back to pass, going to go a quick pass out to his back. Elvis Hernandez, he is just attacked by a pack of Indians there and had nowhere to go. And it just seems like anytime Carlisle's got something open for a second, it's like it's closed immediately.
Yeah, and there was a loss of 1 on the catch there for Hernandez, and so it's almost too deliberate, I think would be my thing.
Yeah.
Right? Like it's almost too obvious. They need a trick play or some kind of misdirection. Kind of we saw last night with a couple of those like counter draws, something to get the defense looking one way.
They're going to go deep, and he's got a man open, overshoots him. Looks like Mejia there across the middle, and that's a deep shot they needed. They just couldn't connect it. And so.
Yeah, he had a step. I mean, he really had a couple yards on him. He just needed a little bit more air under the ball to be able to get to it.
Yep, 4th down and 11 now.
And Chewy's back out to punt.
Man, we keep having to say Chewy. Every time you say that, it reminds me of Chewy's, and so it makes me want to. Even though I had Don Juan's for lunch today, it was pretty tasty.
Yeah, it makes me want some of that jalapeno ranch. That's my jam there at Chewy's. Give me that steak burrito and a jalapeno ranch, and I'm set.
And then a backspin punt, and just nothing going right for Carlisle here. And Frankston's going to take over 1st and 10 from the Carlisle 35-yard line.
Yeah, this offense is prolific from the other side of the field. You don't want to help them out by giving them free yardage here. And it looks like Chewy when he punts, he's got his toe pointed up a little bit, so he's losing some of that distance, right? And so if that ball doesn't come just right off your foot, you end up kicking it to the right and then short, and he just needs to extend that foot out a little bit more and point that toe down and just bomb one. But again, you've seen these guys from Frankston and how fast they are. Maybe he's trying to keep it away from him and not let him get a big return, but somewhere in between would be helpful.
Yep. So again, 1st and 10 for the Indians. Bazell, handoff up the middle. That time is number 2 on the carry. That is Tristan McCoy. And McCoy with a nice little gain on 1st down.
Looks like he picked up 5 on that one.
Yeah, I mean, just 5 yards here, just nothing to it, right?
Yeah, and again, that was kind of an awkward-looking handoff. It was an extended handoff there, and maybe just a little bit of the timing off, but still got 5 yards.
Gazell's going to
Sometimes
pass.
it's just your night.
Steps up in the pocket. He's going deep. He's got a man. Good coverage from Carlisle. And broken up there by number 3.
Dakota Grigsby.
That's Grigsby, yeah.
Yeah, great defensive play there. In fact, the receiver kind of had to become the DB because Grigsby really had position there. And
yeah, he had a line at catching that one.
yeah, and then Braden Gray had to be the defender there and knock that ball away. That is the first incompletion for Bazell tonight. So if that tells you anything about the night.
Yeah. And it was a good throw. It just good coverage there from Carlisle. Little play action. Going to get a quick pass over to A.J. Donnell.
And you can now say the announcer jinx is in effect. I apologize for that. That would be on me.
So 4th and 5 now for Frankston here. And
But you're on the 30.
Yeah.
You're in plus territory, and not really a spot to punt here and too far to kick.
yeah.
And especially with the kicking
I mean, you've
issues
got
they've had tonight.
you've got a little bit of padding with a 32-point
That's
lead.
true.
So
That's true. Might as well go for it here.
if you're Carlisle, man, just got to get your offense back on the field.
Yeah,
if
you
just
need,
get
you
a
need
stop.
to stop here. I think you got to get the quarterback off his spot. Can't let
Gazelle,
him sit back.
he's got plenty of time. He throws and just, I don't know if there's a mix-up there or what.
Somebody looks like somebody ran the wrong route, or it was a.
Yeah. There was about 4 Carlisle Indians that were closer than any Frankston Indians there. And so a turnover on downs, big stop for Carlisle, and they'll take over 1st and 10 from their own 30-yard line. So now you've got to take this as, okay, you get the ball first, right? Because Frankston took the ball. So you could score here and then score to start the half. Then, of course, there may be some more possessions in there.
You got to control this clock out to the half, I think, at minimum, and you got to get a score in there, right? Again, you want to score a bunch of points, but you don't want to give the ball back to this offense either, and so drain some clock.
There's that straight quarterback draw for Ibarra. This time it was open. Ibarra's trying to spin off a tackler, and he's going to pick up the 1st down. It's like maybe a gain of exactly 10 there up to the 40.
Yeah, and a good tackle there by Carter Stibbins, number 23. To prevent that from being any more than it was.
Just what Carlisle needs. They just need to move the ball, get some more confidence. They had that. It's funny, you go back to that one possession that really switched the momentum in this game. Quick pass over here to Grigsby. Breaks a tackle. He gets some help pushing forward. The pile's going to move to the 45, so it'll be a gain of 5 yards. So it'll be 2nd down and 5 for Carlisle.
But again, everything is difficult, right? I mean, Frankston doesn't give you anything easy. And when it looks easy, they take it away quickly.
Ibarra, straight quarterback draw again. He's got some room up the middle, pick up the 1st down, and crosses midfield in doing so. It'll be 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line of Frankston.
Yeah, 6 on the carry.
We got somebody saying, can y'all do Natchez basketball? If we have some sponsors that want to sponsor Natchez basketball, we'd love to. It's really what it takes. Is we don't charge anyone as far as the schools or you guys watching. And so it's all sponsor-based. It's all our sponsors that we talked about earlier in our commercials that are running. They make it possible. Pass complete to Garza. A nice 5-yard gain for Garza up to the 45. So a good drive here for Carlisle, kind of getting in rhythm here. It's also saying number 3 got injured. I do see him sitting on the side down there.
I think it was post play. I don't know if he was just tired or injured or maybe both, but
Yeah.
Yeah, after that pass breakup, he did come off to the sideline and took his helmet off. So.
Yeah, Braden Gray, he's talking to someone on the sideline. It's going to be another quarterback draw for Ibarra, and they've got a little rhythm with that quarterback draw. And going to get to the 42-yard line.
Yeah, I think the key there is they're inviting the defensive ends, the defensive tackles up the field, and then in doing so, that provides a lane, right? And so, if you're Frankston, the adjustment has to be don't get farther up the field than the quarterback, right? And sometimes you're rushing the passer, but you got to keep your depth.
And Ibarra just limped off, and so it looks like they're going to go back to Garza at quarterback.
And then that brings Juan Diaz in at receiver.
So Garza will be in the gun on this play here. He's going to be he's going to keep it himself straight ahead, and a first down run for Garza. Marked at with that 38-yard line there.
Yeah, so 4 there for Garza on the carry. And you hope, Ibarra's back in, so that's good news.
Okay, yeah. Yeah,
maybe just needed a quick break there.
Yeah, especially since if they're going to run the quarterback keeper up the middle, and Garza did it when he was out a lot, so be fake there, and it's going to be Ibarra. It's going to kind of go down
from behind there by number 52, Aiden Lewis. Looks like they're going to give him no gain on that one.
And they're starting to key on that, quarterback keeper there.
Yeah. And that time, again, Lewis did a good job of getting quarterback depth and then flattening down the line and making the tackle from behind. And so that adjustment is big there.
So 2nd and 10.
I think they're lulling them in, kind of dragging those safeties in. I think they're going to throw. Yep, there it is.
They're going deep. Ibarra's got the man on the sideline. Oh, good defense over there. That's number 11 on the outside. That's Bradley Gold.
Yeah, and that would have been close, right? I think had that ball been a little underthrown, it could have been a pass interference because Gold didn't get his head around, but because the ball was placed well, he was able to knock it away. And again, I think they're sucking these safeties up to try to take a shot over the top, and it wasn't successful, but probably his best throw of the night.
Yeah, Mejia had a good step there, but great defense there by Gold to stay with it. And you said it. I mean, if you throw that ball short, unfortunately for the defense, sometimes that hurts you.
Yeah.
When the pass is offline. So 3rd down and 10. Hand off to Elvis, looking for a hole, following his blockers. There goes Elvis down the sideline, and he's taken down at the 20-yard line.
And
Great
he's able
run
to
by
get
Elvis.
Out of bounds too, right? So that's going to move the chains. And
when you've got, we talked about the clock here. They're doing exactly what they need to do. They need to grind the ball out and score with not enough time to give. Of course, Frankston doesn't need much time, as you've seen, but
that's true.
Almost with no time left. Obviously, both teams have their timeouts. No one's called a timeout yet.
Yeah, and a great block there by McCamey on the 18-yard scamper.
We got a little bit of a mix-up there on the snap as Cole West on the left tackle decided to take off, which is weird. He was going downfield for a route.
That would be the screen play that was coming. I will put $1 to donuts on that one. That a screen was coming. Anytime a left tackle makes a straight 4-yard run to the left, he was screaming out there.
He was gone.
I think it was going to be a wide receiver tunnel screen there, and I think his job was to knock the corner down, and so he was in a hurry to get there, and unfortunately he went a count too early and gave it away.
Yep. And looks like the 2-minute timeout will be in effect here. So with 2 minutes to go in the first half, it's a 32-0 lead for Frankston. We'll be right back here on NETSN.
Your vehicle is one of the biggest investments you'll make. And at Fairway Ford, we're committed to keeping you on the road. Our service technicians are experts in all aspects of every vehicle we put our customers in. And with our mobile service, you can stay safely where you are. Our team comes to you to fix whatever issue you're having. Learn more and book your next appointment at fairwayfordhenderson.net.
And we're back here on NETSN as we have 2 minutes left. Carlisle is trying to drive and get their first points on the board. And it's really, really important they get some points off this drive. Really, they need a touchdown here.
Yeah, they do. And again, I think they've done a good job. They got the ball with a little over 6 minutes, so they've already taken 4.5 minutes off the clock, taking the air out of the ball a little bit here, and they just need to finish. And again, it's that balance, right? You want to score, but you don't want to score so fast that you give Frankston a chance to counter that score with another one.
Barr, quick throw over to Garza. It's caught. And a nice pickup on first down. He crosses the 15. I think he's going to get the 14 maybe?
I think, yeah, they're going 14 on that one.
Okay.
So a good 6-yard pass there. And again, I think that was that draw look they'd given earlier, right? And then he just threw it quick out of there. So the defense was expecting draw. And
Going to be another quarterback keeper up the middle for a Barr. Barr's got room. He's going to end in the end zone. Yes, he is. Touchdown, Carlisle. 14-yard touchdown run for Ibarra. And Carlisle gets a much-needed score.
Yeah, they needed that one bad. And great job there by Ibarra getting to the house.
So 32. Do you chase here, or are you going to kick? Looks like they're going to kick. You're technically 4 touchdowns with 8, but you'd have to hit every single one.
Right, and the odds are low, as we've seen tonight.
And as there's not a Kagan Ash on the field,
that's right.
I think you're probably going to stick and they're going to go safe here. So you got Garza, the lefty. Point after is up and good. So with 1:19 left here in the first half, Carlisle gets on the board. They now trail 32-7. We'll be right back here on NETSN.
Let's deal with this game.
We have gone insane here at CDL Training Academy. Get your CDL fast for only $2,900. How can we do this?
Because we're a crazy boys.
Get down to Henderson now. Call or click today to get your CDL.
And we are back here on NETSN. We've got 1:19 left here in the half. And Frankston probably doesn't need that long to score. So if you're Carlisle, you need to try to keep them off the board here in those last minute 19.
Do you try something funky here? I don't know. Do you it'd be dangerous, right? There's some danger in there. But
I try to kick it deep and you pin them and then keep them out of the end zone and try to get this, obviously there's still 3 timeouts they have, but
right.
Then they can strike on one play, but one longer play is a lot harder than a shorter one. So
that's true.
And they're going to sky high. It'll be a fair catch at about the 27 or 28 yard line. We'll see.
Yeah, much better job there by Joseph Allen on the fair catch. He collected that one. And
the only thing I might have done instead of just popping it high is maybe squib it, make it kind of a weird bouncy.
Make it messy.
Yeah, but I think they'll take that. They're actually going to mark it at they're moving it, 28 yard line.
There we go.
It was at the 29. I was like, well, that's kind of a good spot, but
yeah,
they marked it back to the 28.
The sticks were at the 28. I think the guy in the middle just missed it by a yard. He was off a spot.
Math's hard.
It is.
So 1:14 left here in the first half.
Oh, man, they almost had a bad deal there. Frankston did not have anyone on the left side, which would have made an uncovered lineman. Thankfully, they saw that. Were able to fix it.
Hand off, and that's going to be number 5 on the carry. That's Bryant. Had a touchdown earlier called back. He's probably still angry about that.
Yeah, and I think they gave him no gain on that carry. The interesting thing there, like you said, to be able to recognize that and get that fixed before the coaches did was good because that would have cost them some yardage.
Probably would have cost him some something in the film room too. If he didn't get lined up right.
That's true.
And caught Bazell's catch. That's Davis Holiday again, and he's trying to get yards, but he's going to be tackled down around the 30. They're going to give him the 31, I think, is where they're going to officially give it to him. So it'll be a gain of 2. Or 3, excuse me. So 3rd and 7. And they're just milking it down. I guess they're going to be content here, Jeremy, with.
And why not? When you're up 32-7, you don't need to put yourself in danger, right, of making a mistake.
Yeah, no need at that point. So we're going to take it into halftime. The score is 32-7. Frankston. Carlisle will get the ball first to start the second half. And again, stay tuned here. We'll have the halftime show of both teams, so the bands will be spotlighted here on NETSN. We're going to take a break. We'll be back with some stats and third quarter action here in the end of the halftime show. We'll be right back.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. The Carlisle Independent School District is proud to present the 5-time consecutive Class 2A Military State Marching Champions, the Carlisle Indian Band. The Indian Band is under the leadership of Drum Major Senior of Girls Side and Junior Adeline Garcia. We would now like to introduce our 2025-2026 Twirl and Flag Lines. Our flag lines, Senior Maria Villanueva, Senior Sarah E. Garza, Senior Morelli Jaime, Senior Morelli Sanchez, Junior Cindy Enriquez, Junior Jessica Hernandez, and sophomore Samantha Cardenas. Our twirling line, Senior Addison Smith, Junior Adeline Garcia, and freshman Amar Villegas. Tonight, they will perform to the hit, I Want You Back. Our twirler of the week is Amar Villegas, and our flag member of the week is Samantha Cardenas. The twirling and flag lines are under the direction of Ms. Laney Herring. The Indian band will now perform their UIL contest drill, including Bellator Fanfare by Hawthorne, Kenizi by Kuchik, Ezrazog March by Komzak, Glorious Victory by Kimball, and March Ponderoso by King. This coming Wednesday, October the 29th, the Indian Band will perform in the UIL State Military Marching Competition at Baylor University in Waco. Prelim performance time is at 11:30 a.m., followed by the finals that evening. You can watch the live stream at www.easttexastoday.com, also on the KGAS, YouTube, and Facebook pages. Help us wish the Indian Band the best of luck at state. We would also like to wish the best of luck to the Frankston Indian Band as they march at the area competition tomorrow. This week's band members of the week, Cadence Montgomery and Xavier Espinoza. The Carlisle Indian Band is the direction of Chris Clifton. Assistant directors are Gabrielle Gidry and Isaac Ferguson. Superintendent of Carlisle ISD is Mr. Josh Johnson. High school principal, Norman Carter. Junior high principal, Paul Richards. We would like to thank you for your support and attention to tonight's halftime performance.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. The award-winning Frankston Mighty Indian Band welcomes you to their portion of the halftime performance. Tonight, the band will perform their UIL halftime show entitled Broken Rhythm. Love, like music, only works when you stop fighting the beat. Music can move the heart through the dissonance and find harmony in a world of broken rhythm. Last band in Conference 2A is the Frankston High School Band. Their program is entitled Broken Rhythm, written by Ludwig Millen, and includes selections from Symphony No. 5 by Beethoven, Bad Romance by Lady Gaga, Chasing Cars by Snow Patrol, and Heartbreaker by Pat Benatar. Drum majors Jack Suggs, Wyatt Reed, and Aaliyah McKee. You may begin your performance for the UIL Area C Marching Band Contest. Directors of the Frankston High School Band are David Robbins and Lily Cahow. Guard coordinator is Haley Wolf. Percussion tech is Alex Prater, and drill rider is Clayton Harris. Section of the week is the mellophone. Thank you for all your hard work and dedication to the band. The band would like to extend congratulations to the Carlisle High School Band for advancing to the UIL State Military Marching Contest, and wish them luck as they perform on Wednesday. The Mighty Indian Band will be performing at the UIL Area C Marching Contest tomorrow at 3 p.m. in Mineola, Texas, trying to earn a spot in the UIL State Open Class Marching Contest. Please come support these students and cheer them on to have their best performance yet. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give one more round of applause for the Mighty Indian Band.
I don't know what I just saw, but I hope I never have to see that ever again.
Oh my God.
All right, we are back here on NETSN. Brett Sweet, Jeremy Diamond. Jeremy, you've compiled some great stats for us. Tell me what they mean here.
Yeah, so I mean, I think you can look at the total yards, and I think they speak for themselves, right? 305 to 139, and again, most of Frankston's damage has been done through the air. Man, Bazell's had a great first half. He had 3 touchdown passes of over 50 yards. That allows you to pile up 240 pretty quick. And then for Carlisle, the rushing attack has been their most effective strategy. They've got Ibarra's got 73, and then Hernandez has 31. And so, but really the difference in the game has been the ability for Frankston just to move the ball in big chunks. Penalty yards are pretty even. Frankston's got 1 for 10 on that block in the back that negated a touchdown. And then Carlisle's got 3 false starts that kind of put them back behind the sticks in a couple drives and really kind of killed some momentum early in the game. And so I think that's really been the big difference is the penalties for Carlisle have really put them behind the sticks and made third downs tough.
And the inability for them to get that 1st and 5 there, at the goal line. They had a chance to get that score. They didn't. Frankston immediately comes back and hits them deep. They didn't even get the field goal. They missed the field goal and didn't get anything out of it. Now, good news for Carlisle is it's a new half. They'll get the ball here to start, and so that'll be interesting to see can they get off to a good start here. They're going to need to probably score this first possession and get a couple of stops here early in this second half to get themselves back in the game.
Well, and really they were losing the time of possession battle. Carlisle was until that last drive that they had that took up over 5 minutes of clock, and it did lead to a score. But again, you got to put more than one in, and again, you got to keep a team down. And Frankston was able to put 32 in the first half, and control is Mo is definitely on the sideline of the Frankston Indians, and Carlisle's going to look to try to wrestle that away here in this opening drive.
Hope you enjoyed the halftime show, and welcome back, everybody, as we're about set to get underway. We've kind of been watching some other games. Troop and West Rusk are battling over there in Troop.
That's a tight
it's
one.
been in 14-7, I think. Troop, they just took the lead back from West Rusk, and then, of course, this basketball score here. Still in the third quarter over there at Mount Enterprise, 60-46. They just scored again.
Yeah, listen, Jaron can no longer complain about not having a great game or having a blowout. He's got a fantastic one. Again, a 14-point game. They've already scored over 100, and there's still a quarter and some change left to play in that one.
And Mount Enterprise looks like they went for the onside kick there. Man.
And I'm not sure why the Lovelady player went, but he went for it and didn't need to, and so thankfully he got it. But, man, that's a dangerous play when you pick a ball up.
It's risky, yeah.
Yeah, if it doesn't go 10, don't touch it. All right, back deep for Carlisle. Looks like Mejia is back deep. Looks like Dakota Grigsby is back deep, and I believe the other one is Juan Diaz.
Okay. So here we go, as Gold will kick off, and it's just short kick. It's going to hit the ground. Ooh, took a short little bounce there. Dangerous to let that bounce, and fielded there by Hernandez. And
Hernandez looked like a middle infielder there, scooping up the little bouncing ball there, and was able to get it.
Those are the dangerous ones, because that ball is it round? Because I don't think so.
It is not. It is anything but. And anytime you let a non-round ball hit the ground, you're asking for trouble.
It's like you're taking a big gamble, that's for sure.
But Carlisle gets great field position here on their own 40. So let's see if they can do something with it.
All right. Hernandez and Ibarra in the backfield. We'll see if they've been kind of the catalyst for the yards so far for Carlisle, and it's going to be Ibarra on the carry, the block from his running back, and still only gets back to the original line of scrimmage.
And Brandon Garza got him a pancake with some butter and syrup all over it. That was a block and a half. But again, just gets nothing out of that.
So Westwood down 35-20 with 7 minutes to go in the game. Could be the update or the upset of maybe the season here.
Yeah, because Teague has not had much success this year.
Maybe they were looking ahead to Fairfield next week.
They might have been. And sometimes when you take your eye off the prize, you get caught.
Handoffs right up the middle. Elvis churning yards. He's going to get up to the 45-yard line. A gain of 5.
One's got 45, one's got 44. We'll see who wins. 45 is going to win the battle. Okay.
It's almost, well, it's not even to the line. It's like right nose of the football. And Carlisle's got an injury on the field. One of the linemen here, looks like that's number 55 or 65? I can't tell. That's going to be 55. That is Giovanni Garza. So we're going to take a quick break while they look at him, and we'll be back with a report on him here on NETSN.
Struggling with mobility, chronic pain, work, or sports injury? At Azalea Orthopedics, our team of highly trained physicians specialize in complete orthopedic care, pain management, sports medicine, physical medicine, and rehabilitation. If you've sustained a bone or joint injury, have mobility or movement problems, struggle with pain, contact Azalea Orthopedics. We're conveniently located across East Texas, serving 18 counties. When visiting your doctor, urgent care, or hospital, you have a choice. Demand Azalea. At Azalea Orthopedics, your health is our priority.
All right, we are back here on NETSN as he was able to get up and walk off on his own power. So good news there for
even a
Carlisle.
little jog at the end there, which is a good sign, right?
So now we're at 3rd and 5 here for Carlisle. Ball at the 45-yard line of Carlisle. Garza back to pass. He's got a man open. Just overshoots Garza on the outside.
Just misses.
And so now you've got a 4th and 5 on your side of the 50, and we'll see what they do here. They're switching out some personnel. So it looks like they are going to punt still. And
yeah, I think this is probably the wise move here. You know, again, you if you were on the plus side of the field, you might go for it, but we've seen what Frankston can do, and if you give them extra yards, but then again, I don't know.
If you give them the ball back, if you give them the ball in general. I mean, you've got looks like back is that Braden Gray back in the game there?
It is.
So it's a good sign for Frankston. He is back in the game, back for the punt, and they're going to kick it way away from him.
That ball's going to go down the hill.
It's going to go out of bounds.
It stayed on the track. I thought it was going to go. I mean, I'm pretty sure there's a good drop off.
It is a pretty good drop
on the backside. So that ball might have been still rolling about 10 minutes from now had it made it, but it checked up on the track.
So they're going to spot at the 24-yard line here. So Frankston's first possession here of the second half will be there. Lovelady has answered now 54-60. If you didn't think they were going to answer.
It's wild. I'm glad you're watching us, but man, pull up that second screen, double window, something. But man, it is a wild one over there. 100, whew, man, a lot of points. Almost 120, right? 114 there. That's a crazy night. And it's still only the third quarter.
It's not even into fourth
quarter.
There's
2 minutes left.
They're onside kicking like crazy because nobody wants to give the ball up. And it looks like.
Oh, great job there by the Carlisle Indian defense of stringing that one out.
I think Lovelady got the onside kick, Jeremy.
Oh, man.
All right.
That's going to back him up, I think, to the 21, 20?
Yeah.
Somewhere right in there. So a loss of.
Yeah, good stop by Carlisle. They need some stops right here.
Yeah, a loss of 3 there. Great job stringing that one out. And
so 2nd down and 13, ball at the 21-yard line.
Yeah, Braylon Donnell didn't have any room there. Oh,
Brazil
looking
for somebody. And
it's
popped up,
intercepted.
intercepted.
Popped up and picked.
Wow, what a bounce for the Indians when they needed one.
What a man! I don't think you could. Wow, that ball was.
Hey, we've had some crazy ones.
True. You and I have had some wild ones. That might be up there on the list.
It was like a little a ping pong ball, just bouncing around, boom, 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 and then.
The first 2 guys didn't want it. And the third guy said, "I'll take that, thank you very much."
And what a break! The punt worked out for him. You know, maybe Coach Baker knows what he's doing over there.
He does.
He punts down. Team forces a turnover. Now you've got great field position, best field position of the night at the 15-yard line of Frankston.
Yeah, only the second time they've been in the red zone, and we know the first one didn't go well, and so hopefully, I guess the third time. Third time.
They scored on one of them.
Yeah, you're right. I was thinking about, you're right, the late drive. So third time in the red zone here. First time to start there.
So Barra is going to hand off to 14. That's Mahia around left side, and he's going to get close to the first down. I think he's going to be just maybe a yard short. So good first down run
Looks
there.
like they have him on the 8-yard line.
Oh, he went out. Okay. Maybe 2 yards or 3 yards short then. I thought he got a little farther up.
Yeah, it looked like a
from
good
here.
run to me, but they gave him 7 on the carry.
So handoff up the middle. It's Garza tripped up, but not before he picks up the first down, and Carlisle will again have first and goal.
Looks like they're spotting that one is at the 2-yard line.
Oh, and there are all kinds of movements, and this has eerie semblance of last time they were down the red zone, Jeremy.
It does.
So false start will back them up.
He's going to put the ball on the 8-yard line, or 7-yard line. 7, 8, 7, 7, excuse me.
It's going to be a Barra thought he was trying to hand it off to Mejia. It's a miscommunication, and just they haven't done well here on first and second and goal here.
Yeah, anything goal has not been successful.
So the bus is in reverse here again for Carlisle, and they've got to get something positive. They've still got 3 plays at it here. You got to imagine they're not kicking another field goal at this point in the game.
Yeah, loss of 8 on that one. So second and goal from the 15. That's not ideal.
Ibarra, quarterback keeper up the middle. There goes Ibarra trying to break through tacklers. He's taken down. He's going to get back close to where they originally were. I think he's going to be at the 4. So about a 10, 11-yard pickup there. So it'll be third and goal from the 4. Now much more manageable here.
Yeah. Yeah, and you got a couple options here. I like when they did the sprint rollout earlier and he had the chance to run or throw. I wouldn't mind seeing something like that again. Maybe to this right side where you've got a tight end and 2 receivers.
Oh, they're going to send Garza in motion back left. And he's going to follow the block of Garza, cuts it back through the hole, and it's into the end zone for the Carlisle touchdown. 4-yard touchdown run for Ibarra. And so now Carlisle sneaking back into this. They trail by 19 now. They're still going to go for the extra point, it looks like.
And Garza's going to cue that one up.
So we got a late substitution in for Carlisle. Going to get everybody in. And they're now ready to go. A little high snap. Good hold. Kick is up and is good. So with 7:37 left here in the third quarter, Carlisle with 2 straight scores. They now trail by 18, 32-14. We'll be right back here on NETSN.
We have gone insane here at CDL Training Academy. Get your CDL fast for only $2,900. How can we do this?
Because we're a crazy boys.
Get down to Henderson now. Call or click today to get your CDL.
All right, and we're back here. Again, Garza's about to kick off. We got a little camera issue. It decided it was going to get off center here, and so we're trying to get that fixed. But again, the score here is 32-14 Frankston with Carlisle kicking off. It's going to be a nice pooch kick again. He got a fair catch by number 8, Joseph Allen.
All right, back.
He's perfected the fair catch on the pooch kick.
Hey,
Joseph, he's had a lot of chances at it tonight.
Those are important.
Yeah, you don't want to drop that one again. Give yourself good field position, take care of the ball,
now,
especially after the last turnover, right?
If you're Frankston, you don't want to let Carlisle keep building momentum. You need to do something here on this possession. Carlisle right now has got all the momentum. They've scored the last 14, and it's just another mistake or a 4-and-out here, or 3-and-out and a punt. You know, you give Carlisle a chance to get some momentum going.
You don't want Mo to sneak to the other sideline when you had a really good first half.
Bazzel's going to hand off up the middle, and a good run. That's going to be number 5. That is our man Brian, and he is hustling and bustling down the sideline. He's going to get across midfield and a big gain, and that's what you needed to get this drive started.
Yeah, and he's had, like you said earlier, he had a big one earlier that got called back, and he was tired of that happening, and so.
No flags on the field on that one. We've got a 60-60 game over here on the screen.
Oh, yeah. So that was 31 yards on that scamper.
60-60, guys.
That's crazy.
On that one.
It's crazy. Again, like you said, it's a basketball score, right?
Jeez. So up the middle is going to be a no gain for Frankston here, and so it'll be a 2nd down and 10. Yeah, no more complaints out of Jeremy. Better not complain anywhere. That's the whole sports season about.
Kid. When you get
just
one
put
of
that up
those,
on a platter and gave it to him.
I'm telling you.
Been a good battle of the Indians here tonight, though, in this district matchup. And a catch is made by McCoy, trying to break the tackle of Garza, and then Garza gets some help. And great pursuit by the Indians to help their man Garza out there.
That was Roland, that was Juan Luna, and that was Brandon Garza there coming in to help. And, again, gang tackle.
Yeah, Ivan Garza, he held on until his help arrived. So 3rd down now as a loss of 2. Brings up 3rd down and 12. Ball's at the 45-yard line. Bazzell back to pass, steps up in the pocket. He's got pressure all over him, and Carlisle, he breaks the tackle. Oh, my goodness. Here he goes. He's going to pick up the first down. What a play by Bazzell.
Man, he got flipped.
He was dead to rights, Jeremy.
He was sacked 3 times at minimum, and he somehow gets out and gets it for what a backbreaker.
Unbelievable.
What a backbreaker. 13 yards on the scamper. Man, I thought he was dead to rights at least 3 times, and somehow he got away.
Man, what a play. Donnelly up the middle. And that's one of those back-breaking plays right there. You're Carlisle, man. You've got to make that tackle. You just let him get away, and the whole momentum of the game has shifted again. Like, Frankston now has life here. The fans over here have life.
Yeah, 4 yards on that carry. It looks like they gave him 3, so I'll take that back.
2nd down and 7 from the 28. Bazzell, a play action. Got his man Donnell across the middle. He is wide open for the Frankston Indian touchdown. 28-yard touchdown pass. Bazzell to Donnell. Wow. And just like that, one play, Jeremy, that one play that Carlisle, I mean, it just shows how crucial each play is in a game.
It does. It's and it's a backbreaker if you're the Carlisle Indians, because you had them where you wanted them. You had them 3rd and long, and again we said
it's all about effort.
You got to win on 3rd down.
He just wanted it, man. He was not going down. So gold on for the point after here. Good snap, good hold. Kick is up, and it's good.
All right.
So with 5:26 left here in the 3rd quarter, Carlisle scores first in this quarter, but Frankston answers. They lead 39-14. Be right back here on NETSN.
We have gone insane here at CDL Training Academy. Get your CDL fast for only $2,900. How can we do this?
Because we're a crazy boys.
Get down to Henderson now. Call or click today to get your CDL.
And we are back here on NETSN. Brett Sweeney and Jeremy Diamond here in Frankston, Texas tonight. Beautiful night here in Frankston.
Oh, it's gorgeous. Yeah, a little bit of a breeze here of late, but again, just a clear night. Thankful that we haven't had any issues, and hope to continue that. But yeah, what a great game we've got here, 39-14. And again, there are great games all across our channel tonight. So if you want to split that screen and check out, there's a couple of really good ones. We got a 60-60 over there.
That's fielded. That's number 7 on the return. That's Diaz.
And he gets thumped by number 50, Tucker Palmer.
Laying some wood.
Yeah, he did not see that coming, and Palmer put the thump on him.
He'll get ball spotted there at the 34-yard line. So 1st and 10 for Carlisle now. And man, if you're the Carlisle Indians right now, and what are you saying in the huddle to your guys right now?
You need to take time off the clock. You got to score, but you want to take a couple minutes here, right? You don't want to give them the ball back. And I think again, you got to steal momentum. A good play here, something with some misdirection, I think would be effective.
Still think that deep shot, they haven't hit it yet.
Maybe a couple more runs and then take that shot up top.
Yep.
Lure those safeties in.
Ibarra back to pass. He gets shot. He is intercepted by Donnell. And Donnell running down the sidelines, taken out of bounds.
Boy, and
Ibarra took a shot. Oh my goodness.
Monster shot there. Hopefully he can get up from that because that was rough.
Man. I don't know if he got the license plate of that 18-wheeler to just hit him, but
and it was a clean hit. Right?
Yeah,
it just caught him right underneath the pads, and looks like I think he's going to be okay. But Donnell kind of came off a little gimpy after that pick. He kind of limped off to the side there.
Jeez.
But now the ball's in plus territory at the 22. And Frankston is knocking at the door again after just having scored. We said Carlisle rolled off 14 straight, and Frankston said, you can do that, we can maybe do better.
We're going to try to answer. But, man, here we go. 1st and 10, ball at the 21-yard line. It's going to be handed off to
great hit
Darnell, and he is stopped. So Braylon Darnell.
Great hit there by Juan Diaz to finish it off.
It's going to be knocked back to the 25-yard line,
I think they put it all the way to the 25, so a 3-yard loss there.
So 2nd down and 13.
And again, they're putting them behind the sticks. Now you got to finish, right?
Yep. Little play action from Brazil, and it's swatted away. And that's going to be dead. Good defensive play there by number 52, and that is Garza.
That's Chewy.
Oh, that's
our
Chewy.
guy, Chewy. That's Chewy Enriquez.
It is Chewy.
The man
Chewy was trying to chew up that ball.
Yeah,
Boy,
he almost caught it. He kind of spiked it down, and then I think he looked at his hands like, no, why did you let me down?
It's one of those, like, it's kind of a natural thing for the D lineman to try to swat it.
Yeah.
But I think he could have caught that one if he would have, it's just tough that, it's a split second
it's
thing.
It's a tough ask. Yeah, so 3rd and long here.
Bazell looking left. He's got a receiver.
Oh,
great
ball's in the
defensive
air.
play. Oh, off a helmet there.
That was a helmet. I think it went off 2 helmets almost, but yeah.
Good play by number 2 on the defensive side of the ball there, Chase Rowland, to break the play up.
Great break up there. So back-to-back incompletions for Frankston. And again, you're going to go for it here, right? Because you're at the 25. Not much to kick here, and
yeah, and they've struggled in the kicking game anyway, so we're going to try to go for it here. Bazell's going deep. He's got a man there. Good defense by Rowland. Intercepted.
In the end zone.
Great defensive play for Rowland.
Touchback on that one. Great job by Rowland.
Man.
All right.
They're still wrestling for it.
I mean, it's already been called.
It's pretty obvious.
Yeah, the pin has happened. 1, 2, 3. New champion, right? But our guy. Braden Gray wasn't willing to let go of that. He said, I'm going to make sure they're going to make him call it.
Yeah.
Yeah, what a great play there by the defense. So two picks for Carlisle here in the second half.
Would it have been better if he'd knocked it away and they'd?
It's 5 yards difference.
Yeah.
Listen, give me the pick.
Okay.
Oh,
you want the pick?
That's the one
you
moment
want
to
the
be
stat?
selfish. Yeah, one time. I'm
Okay.
like, come on, give me the stat. Well, and again, you don't want to take a risk. You tip that instead of knocking it down, and the guy gets it right, and then the coach is going, why didn't you just pick it?
Yeah, it's true. So again, Carlisle will start 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line.
And again, one of the great things about 2A, a lot of these guys are playing offense and defense. I mean, just think of the stamina it takes to do that.
Oh,
right?
yeah. And
It's impressive.
Elvis straight ahead on the run. And the bar is back in there, so that's a good sign for Carlisle there.
Yeah, 6 on the carry there. You can hear the wind picking up in our mic. Getting a little salty out there.
Yeah, that storm is blowing in. Thankfully, way later here this evening.
That's right.
So a bar in the gun. 2nd down and 4. He's going to hand off to Elvis. Goes over to the left side, cuts it back up the middle, looking for a hole, and he is stuck by Davis Holiday. And they were trying to strip the ball. I think he was already marked down.
Yeah, he wasn't going anywhere. That would be the definition of stopping forward progress when someone's in the same position for that long.
Mm-hmm.
So ball's on the 28.
So 3rd and 2 for Carlisle here. Ibarra in the gun is going to send Garza in motion. It's going to be a handoff up the middle to Elvis, and he is pushing forward, still moving the pile.
And I think he's going to get it.
Yep, they're going to mark him.
Oh, and there's a late flag. Something happened there.
Uh-oh, some extracurricular there.
Yeah, somebody made a boo-boo. Hopefully it's somebody got a little too aggressive late. I think.
Gonna say it's probably on Frankston, but
yeah.
Face mask, yep, on the defense.
That's a big one. So he had enough yardage there for the 1st down, so he picked up, looked like 4 on the carry. And then after the play, another 15.
They'll take that extra yardage. They need everything they can get right here.
I think they even almost gave him 5. So they gave him 5 on the carry and then 15 on the penalty. So.
Yeah. So we get up close to midfield now at the 47-yard line of Carlisle. 1st and 10. It's going to be Elvis again. Elvis with a nice run, chugging ahead. He's going to get about 6 or 7 on that one. Let's see where they mark it. He's across midfield. They're going to give him 6 on 1st down, so it'll be 2nd down and 4. The ball's now at the 46-yard line.
That's a tough one, too, because you get tackled from behind, you land on top of the ball, and that's, knocks the wind out of you a little bit. So that brings in Preston Armstrong in the backfield, number 5. He's had 2 carries in the 1st half for 9 yards.
They're going to give it to Armstrong, run straight ahead, and he's going to get maybe 1. I think they're going to give him the 45. So it'll be 3rd down and 3.
I don't know if you've seen it. There's a meme online where it says you call your buddy and just say he answers the phone. You say big 3rd down here and hang up, right? But again, this is a big 3rd down. It's an important one, 3rd and 3.
Going to be given to Armstrong, and he is going to get
the
one.
ball came out,
and it's going to be they're saying down. I think he's going to be a yard short.
I was going to say he's short of the line to gain for sure. Looks like he's going to be about a yard short.
I think this is where if Elvis is okay, he needs to probably come in here.
Yeah, Armstrong is not a bad runner, but he's not really that inside in between the tackles.
He's had some issues with holding on to the ball tonight a little bit.
Yeah.
That's the main thing right here. If you don't have Elvis available, I'm going with Ibarra here on the quarterback keeper. I think he's going to take it and
yeah,
try
you
to
might
run.
even try to draw the defense offside.
You could.
Although you've had 3 false starts of your own, so that may not be the solution there.
And they're going to give it to Ibarra. He's looking for a hole. It's kind of sticks on top of the pile. He crawls.
He's still up.
And
no, he's still up.
yeah, I think he got it. I feel like because he was just he wasn't on the ground.
I don't know if he got it. I think they stopped him a yard short.
No, I think he got it.
Not where they're spotting it anyway.
Well, either way, it's going to be the end of the quarter. He was pointing that way.
But are they pointing for the quarter flip?
No, they're saying first down.
Okay.
Now, he was on top of the pile, so he was not down. He was like on a slip and slide there. He used the players and just kind of slid across. And so it's going to be a first down for Carlisle, but that's going to take us to the end of the quarter here. So we've got 12 minutes to go here over in Frankston. They lead 39-14. We'll be right back here on NETSN.
Texas, it's football season. The lights, the crowds, rivalries. Every Friday night is game day, but here at CDL Training Academy, when it comes to your future, every day is game day. Just like on the football field, success behind the wheel of a commercial motor vehicle takes discipline, that's right, focus, that's right, and safety, that's right. That's why we don't just train drivers, we train champions of the road. That's right. And here's the win and play. We're a TPST certified school. That means when you're ready, you don't have to wait for the state. You can test right here in-house. No delay of games, no flags on the field, just results. That's right. If you're ready to stop sitting on the sidelines and start moving your career forward, the season starts now. Get trained, come on. Get tested, come on. Get on the road with a career that pays like a championship win. That's right. Don't wait till next season. Come on. Call CDL Training Academy today and start your CDL journey, because in Texas, whether it's football or trucking, we play to win. Go Pie win.
Visit our Henderson, Texas office or online at cdllearn.com.
And we were back here on NETSN, and while we were gone, there was
a wild moment here.
Some drama here with the chains. They brought the chains out and measured, and
it was super close. I'd love to have a zoom on that one.
Yeah.
I don't even know if we could zoom as close as we needed to from where we are even to see that, but it was really, really, really close. No one on this side agrees with the call, shockingly.
Of course they didn't.
But, again, they award the first down, so Frankston's got to stay on defense here, and Carlisle's going to continue offensive here. Again, they're chewing some clock, but just 12 minutes to go.
Here we go, 1st and 10 for Carlisle. Elvis is in the backfield with Ibarra there, so it's a good sign to have Elvis back in. It's going to be Ibarra following Elvis's block on the outside, and he is brought down from behind by Davis Holiday.
Yeah.
Goodness gracious, what pursuit by Holiday.
Holiday's been all over the place tonight, so just picked up 1 on that stretch. It's been tough sledding this half for Ibarra. Well, he didn't get any help there. His lineman just kicked the ball back half yard.
Yeah.
Nobody noticed it evidently, but now the ball's sideways and about a foot farther behind than where it was just a minute ago.
Oops.
Yeah. Usually the defense does that on accident, right? Like, oh, my bad, but this time it was offensive.
2nd down and 9. End off Hernandez up the middle. He is stuffed.
Actually, that was Garza.
Oh, was it Garza?
It was, yeah. Hernandez was the lead on that one.
Okay, so Garza on the run, but he's going to be tackled for a loss. So he'll be back to the original line of scrimmage. So it'll be 3rd down and 10. Well, the shootout continues. Mount Enterprise now up 68-60. 3 minutes and 34 seconds left over there, man. This game may finish before theirs.
I know. They only got 3:34 left, but as fast as these teams are scoring, who knows?
Yeah.
Oh, and Mount Enterprise has the ball back.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Ibarra back to pass. He's going deep. He's got a man. It's going to be pass interference.
Yeah, that is the passiest of pass interference. Flags are coming from all over the place.
Yeah, you got hanging on.
Underthrown ball, right? I mean, that's the key. That ball's thrown on target, it's fine. He's got good defensive position, but it was thrown about 5 yards short.
McCoy was kind of giving him a hug there a little bit, congratulating him on a good route. And
that's 2 big penalties on this defense, giving up 30 yards, right? I mean, you can't do that to a team that's desperate for some help. You can't give it to them.
Well, upset of the week, Teague over Westwood, 41-20.
That's crazy.
Man.
Down goes number 1 in our poll. I have a feeling there might be a new number 1, although Troop is getting all they can handle from West Russ last time we checked. So who knows? We could have one of those shakeouts.
Mount Enterprise just scored again. It's now 74-60. Wow.
Yeah, and Lovelady was our number 3.
Yep. And there might be some Mount Enterprise might get some love at the top too.
Yeah,
I mean,
and it wouldn't be shocking.
No. So second down now and 11 after the 1 yard loss.
Yeah, I think they got to throw one here. I think you got to run a slant here, something. You got a screen. You got to get this defensive front 7 here off keying on Ibarra and Hernandez up the middle, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you got to do something to get the ball to the edge because it's just been tough sledding this half up the middle.
Car's in motion. He'll take the front pitch, and he slips and loses his feet.
That turf monster got him.
It wasn't a grass monster, I guess, out here.
And it was a pass play for a loss of 3.
The turf monster can't get him.
That's right. That's true.
It's the grass monster. We're not used to the grass.
The grass bandit got him. Yeah. So ball's on the 31.
You can't even say the paint got him because it was in the middle of the grass.
That's right. It was clean. Yeah, just lost his footing there trying to make a cut. And again, great job by the defensive tackle there and the linebacker for Frankston. They were in the backfield and cut off that jet sweep. Yeah.
The wind
it is whipping.
Getting a little more gusty here.
And about the time that Carlisle needs
down
to throw
13. Ibarra's got a wide open receiver.
Oh no!
Elvis had it. Oh, it was on target too.
Now there's a lineman without a helmet and no flag. That doesn't usually happen very often, but
man.
A lineman without a helmet
accidentally
and no
fell off,
No one pushed it off the top. But, man, Hernandez had a walk-in touchdown. Again, kind of a tough ball over his – he was looking over his left shoulder, kind of over his right shoulder, but you got to make that catch. You need those big moments there. And so, 4th.
Yep, 4th and 13.
Yeah, 4th and 13 here from the 32. I caught myself mid-breath and then forgot to finish my sentence.
And we've got a timeout for Carlisle. So timeout Carlisle will take it with them. 9:09 left here in the game. Frankston leads 30-14. Be right back here on NETSN.
Your vehicle is one of the biggest investments you'll make. And at Fairway Ford, we're committed to keeping you on the road. Our service technicians are experts in all aspects of every vehicle we put our customers in. And with our mobile service, you can stay safely where you are. Our team comes to you to fix whatever issue you're having. Learn more and book your next appointment at fairwayfordhenderson.net.
Back here on NETSN, we've got a 4th down and 13 for Carlisle here. Ball spotted at the Frankston 31-yard line. We got a conversation of the officials here. Not sure what they're talking about here. It just came out of the timeout.
I wonder if this is just trying to get some cooler heads to prevail. It kind of looks like they're looking at both sides. Like, we've got to calm this down a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't know. Seems like they're done talking and we're going to start playing.
So here we go. 4th and 13. Barra has got Armstrong in the backfield. He's going to throw a little short pass. Garza, and he is not going to get it.
And made a catch right above the turf there, but
it almost was like that. He thought he didn't catch it, and he kind of stopped for a second. And he's like, "Oh wait, they said it was a catch, so I'm going to keep running."
Go, yeah. But only picks up 4, so obviously a turnover on downs. Updated score: Marshall is up 14-7 over Nacogdoches at halftime.
Okay.
So a good one there.
Yeah.
Again, this Nacogdoches team has kind of been a surprise.
It's the red zone game of the week. KO's over there for that one, so I'm sure he'll have a great report on that game. If you like talking high school football or you love listening to some guys talk about it, we have our Beast from the East show every week at 7 p.m. Jeremy and I are on it along with KO Kyle Owens, and sometimes that Jaron Peoples guy shows up too. And good run outside. It's Bryant, and he's up close to midfield. A great run and picks up the first down.
And a great job there by Holiday. He almost blocked in the back, and then I think he held up just in time because it would have negated a big play. So ball's all the way to the 49. That was 21 yards.
Probably to see how bad I did this week in my picks. Not sure how that's going this week.
I was 0 for 3 as of last night, so I don't even want to look.
I had 1 of 2. I did get 1 last night. Oh, almost a little fumble for Bryant. And
the ball's
it did
out.
come out, and then he was able to get back on it.
Oh, that's hurt. That hurts too, because the defender's arm was underneath there, and you can separate his shoulder really easy there.
And that was Elvis?
Yeah, Hernandez is grabbing that left elbow. I've been there before, and it is not fun when somebody lands on your arm like that.
Yeah.
So he picked up 2 yards on the carry there.
2nd down and 8. Ball spotted at the Carlisle side of the 49-yard line here for Frankston. Low snap. Bazell gets it away. Stiff arms the guy over.
Mask-ish
and he's going to throw it deep, and Holiday just overthrew him. Coverage over there is number 3. That is Dakota Grigsby there.
Yeah, and again, I mean, he had a step on him. Probably threw it a little bit more oomph on it than he needed to, but I think there was a oh my gosh. Sorry, we were looking at score. I think there was a face mask that Carlisle got away with there. They definitely hit him on the face. And
have you ever seen a game that scores 82 points?
No, not in person.
On one team. Nice catch by Davis Holiday, and he's going to pick up the first down. Tackled around the 35-yard line. You know, we were talking last week. Was it last week that we were in New Diana? Yeah.
Yes.
So about the over-under, and we had a lot of points. It wasn't quite as many as other games.
No.
They just continued the pace that we were at last week the whole game.
For sure.
Handoff up the middle. That's McCoy. Keeps his feet. Running through tacklers, and a nice run by McCoy. And he's going to pick up another Frankston Indian first down as they continue to keep those chains running.
Looks like they're going to put the ball on the 21, so 14 on the carry there.
And if you need something to do this weekend, one of our sponsors, Stillwater RV Resort, they got that haunted bus ride the next 2 weekends. So if you like that kind of stuff and like getting scared, like that kind of thing, then go check them out. They're in Winona.
Yeah. Enter at your own risk, right?
Yeah.
I think they have those like the that
could have been a hold on McCoy. They didn't call it, and that's going to be Gold around in for the touchdown. 21-yard touchdown run for Bradley Gould. Oh, Gold, this coach's son got him.
I think that might have been the old toss forward there.
Oh, was it? So it's going to be a catch, huh?
Yeah,
okay.
So I'm gonna call.
I was too busy watching the hold that didn't get called there.
That was an interesting. It was the I didn't hold him. My hands are up, and usually that's an automatic flag. And
yeah.
Somehow the I didn't hold him. He got away with it. That does not happen very often.
So on for the point after is Gold. Good snap, good hold. Kick is up, and it's no good. So with 6:40 left here in the game, Frankston extends their lead. They're now up 45-14. We'll be right back here on NETSN.
Brook Hill is more than a school.
I am more than a teacher. We're more than a classroom.
This is more than a performance.
That is more than a scoreboard.
At Brook Hill, you are more than a student. Brook Hill provides a Christ-centered education that more than prepares students for college. It prepares them for life. Brook Hill is a place to grow, a place to belong, a place to thrive. Are you ready for more?
Watch it. And we are back here on NETSN. Brett Sweeney, Jeremy Diamond here in Frankston, Texas tonight. We've been treated to a great performance here by Frankston. I would say that probably the one thing they'll work on is maybe the point afters.
Yeah, the snap has been a little off a little bit, made the hole tough and the kicks, and so really this could be a 49-14.
Yeah.
If it weren't for some missed extra points, and they did even pick up a 2-point conversion. So
yeah,
one extra point.
I mean, if that's your, you got to nitpick when you get that point.
Right.
I mean, but
that's
you know, you want to be a team that makes a deep run, and I feel like the Frankston Indians are a team that we think can make one, and so you've got to have all those little things.
Yeah,
you got to find some.
Right, because
we got some extracurricular here.
Well, and I think the hard thing too is like you're going to face a team at some point where you have to match score for score, right? And we're talking about that with this Love Lady Mount Enterprise game at 82-60, and then that was a huge hit on that one. Somebody just got trucked.
That was Ash. Oh my gosh.
If you have, okay, listen, like after you finish this stream tonight, please kick over and watch Kagan Ash, number 3 for Mount Enterprise. He is a joy to watch. He's a great offensive
and you know
what,
we get the joy of watching him next Thursday night on NETSN. We'll have that game over in Overton. So if you want to tune in and check that one out next week. But yeah, the Love Lady and Mount Enterprise game. That's the beauty of our games. You're watching this one tonight. Just go kick over and watch. You got plenty of time. The weather's bad this weekend, all the rain. You can stay home and just watch NETSN games. It's gonna be a handoff up the middle to Hernandez.
I mean, we've watched a lot of it, but I'm gonna go back and I mean, man, I feel like this poor guy, if he has to send a huddle highlight reel somewhere, it's going to be the longest highlight reel. He's probably close to
He is a highlight reel.
He's probably close to 10,000 career yards now. I know he has over 125 touchdowns for a career. I think I heard he was up to in the top 5 now in the state all-time rushing record for yards in the career. Just an incredible guy. And he plays defense.
Yeah.
And he's going to Texas Tech to play defense.
And let's talk, I mean, here we go. We got second down and 8 here. It's going to be a handoff. That's going to be Armstrong. But talk about some guys on Frankston that I was impressed with. Of course, Davis Holiday has been impressive. I mean, he's defense, offense. I'd say A.J. Donnell has had a really good night. And quietly, you say this nicely, quietly, Carson Bazell has had
five touchdowns.
I mean,
pretty quiet.
but he doesn't. Yeah. And the play of the game to me for Frankston, when Carlisle had made the 2 scores in a row and they were about to be 4 and out or 3 and out there, he just somehow avoids a sack 3 or 4 times, and then picks up. And it wasn't like it was 3rd and 4; it was like 3rd and 15 or something.
Yeah, and again, he could have had another touchdown. He had that tight ball, jump ball in the end zone that unfortunately was a pick, but. Man, it just an incredible performance. I mean, 5 touchdowns is nothing to kind of shrug off.
And you look at Carlisle, and they're really close to being right in this game.
Yeah.
You have that stop. You had the ball inside the red zone. You didn't get any points out of it early. Got yourself behind. They backed themselves up with some penalties early. Just some things that Coach Baker can look at on film and clean up. I mean, I don't think you hold your head. I mean, Frankston's a really good team. They're going to represent this district as the #1 seed. Now, Carlisle, what they've got to do is they've got to refocus because they've still got some games on the table.
Yeah,
I think they've got Mildred next week, and they're coming to Carlisle. That's a big game for them.
And Mildred, I think, had a big lead on Kearns, and Kearns kind of came back. But
well, and here's the deal: Mildred is going to be 2-1, and Carlisle is going to drop to 2-1. So you've got 2 teams that are going to be tied.
Yeah, and again, seeding matters, right?
It
when
does.
It comes to by district, and then as you move forward, and so you don't want to put yourself. You want to get a home game, and you want to be able to control your destiny, as we say, and so those things do matter.
Well, they didn't quite get to 150 over there. It did go final. Mount Enterprise 82-60.
Man. That's that one again. I think if you look at it, like people are going to look at that score and think that they have the typo, right?
Yeah.
That can't be legit. But what a crazy game. And again, hats off to both teams. I mean,
Yeah, Coach Ponder and Mount Enterprise, man, they've got something special going right now this year.
And again, the Lovelady Lions are still a really, really good team.
There may be
we
may see a round. We may see another round of that later.
Exactly.
It's going to hand off up the middle. It's going to be number 22 on the carry. That is Micah Muhammad, and he's going to pick up a nice little gain of yards. I think it's going to be around 4 there on first down. So it'll be a 2nd down and 6.
I think they even gave him 5 on that one. So 2nd and 5.
Okay. And it's going to be a keeper there. And the quarterback now is Dallas Durzin, and he's going to pick up the first down. So you got some young guys in for Frankston here, kind of doing some cleanup duty.
And again, this is what you want, right? You want to be able to rest your guys and keep everybody clean and, you know, walk out of the game with no injuries. Yes, that was 15 there on the carry for Durzin there.
It's going to be another keeper up the middle, again to Muhammad, and just continuing to truck along and move the stick over there. Another gain of about 6, I think.
Yeah.
So 2nd down and 4.
And again, the goal here, right, is just to run as much clock as possible and try to get this thing over with, right, while keeping a hold of it.
Some good time to get some guys some reps that don't get a whole lot of time. You never know when you're going to need them later in the season. It's going to be Muhammad again, and he is stuck, and that's number 60 there on the stop for Carlisle.
That's Brian Seagar's.
Oh, he wrapped him up pretty immediately there. Stopped him for a short gain. So it'll be 3rd down and 2. Clock's going to roll down, and we got the 2-minute timeout. So 2 minutes to go here in Frankston tonight. And got a lead for them, 45-14. We'll see the finish of this one. We'll be right back here on NETSN.
There's something spooky going on at Stillwater RV Resort. Tales of old coming back to haunt the guests and the locals alike. Stillwater and CDL Training Academy present the Haunted Bus Ride. Take a trip back to see the resort of old and witness the staff come to life to bring back souls that are so bold. If you dare try to ride, fright and fear will be by your side. For a mere $5, test your luck in hopes you don't get.
And we are back here on NETSN on 3rd and 2.
Look, quarterback keeper.
And they are not going to get it, and it's going to be a loss of 1. So it'll be 4th down and 3. Again, thanks everyone for tuning in. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel, like this video. Go check out some of our other streams tonight. I think when this one ends, there'll be a couple games still going. I believe White House is probably still playing, and the Troop and West Russ game as well. And so go check those out live on NETSN, and absolutely no charge to that.
And again, our app is also, you know, you said the website, the app, right, YouTube, all those things are free. And our app has so many great options on it. You've got to pick them, you've got polls. You can actually get directions to a game. You can do all kinds of stuff. You can go and click on a game that we cover, and there'll be a button that says Watch Live that takes you directly to YouTube.
So we got a turnover on downs here as Carlisle will take over with 56 seconds to go. And We got the tomahawk chops. I was wondering how long that was going to take, Jeremy.
Yeah. We had one early, and then now we got one, I guess, to kind of signify this is over. And so 56 seconds left here, and Carlisle's just going to try to end this one with something positive here. Looks like, is that McCamey, I think, in the backfield? Next to.
It may be. It's going to be a run up the middle, and Hernandez is not quitting. He's going to run a nice run up to the 35-yard line. It's going to be a first down for Carlisle here with 46 seconds to go. So that Troop score, Troop 14, West Russ 13 in the third quarter.
Super tight one. All right, so ball's on the 36.
So handoff up the middle, and it's going to be, I guess it's Hernandez again. And that may be, let's see if they do another play. It could be the last play again. I think they're signaling for one more. We'll see if they actually snap it here. And they are. They're going to take one more play. So this should be the last play of the game here for Carlisle. And it's going to be a handoff to Elvis Hernandez up the middle. And he gets close to midfield, and that's going to do it here in Frankston. So final score here is 45-14, Jeremy.
Yeah, and again, a statement win here by the Frankston Indians to secure and hold on to first place alone and push this Carlisle team back to second. Again, it looks like it'll be a two-way tie here, and so yeah, again, a lot left to do. This season's not over for either team, right? There's more work to be done, but Frankston's put themselves in the driver's seat here in this district.
Yeah, and Carlisle's, again, has got a big game next week. We'll have live on NETSN as they host Corsicana Mildred. And, of course, we've got both of these teams that we can try to cover during the playoffs. So if you tuned in tonight's game, make sure you check them out. We'll have them probably a little bit later in the season as they continue to win. And we moved to NFHS during the playoffs, but it'll still be your same quality broadcast that you come to know here on NETSN over there on NFHS.
And again, you get to listen to us, so hopefully that's a good thing. But,
yeah, I hope so.
We hope you enjoyed it, and we did. And again, we're blessed to get to do this. We're blessed to get to provide this for those that can't make it to the stadium to watch, and so we hope you did enjoy it.
Yep. And again, we've got some other games on our channel, so if you've joined us from this game and you're watching another game, the Troop West Russ game right now is 14-13 Troop in the third quarter. And so that's a good one to go tune into. Keith and Jason are over there in Troop tonight covering that game. And also White House and Hallsville probably still going as well. So.
And I think the last score I saw was a halftime, but it was 6-0 White House, so a defensive battle there.
Yeah, so thanks for joining us tonight. We appreciate the streams that we get tonight. It's a huge night for us. Great contest, big matchups. And so we're going to continue to move on throughout the schedule. I think we've got another 7 or 8 games next week, and then another.
You and I have 2. We go back to back again.
Yeah.
So Halloween Eve and Halloween night will be busy. Overton on Halloween Eve, and then Halloween night will be in West Russ. So.
Over there, yeah, in that part of the area. They're kind of close over there in that part of the woods. That's going to do it for tonight's broadcast. The shout out to our man Richard Diamond over there on camera. Did a great job for us tonight. For Jeremy Diamond, I'm Brett Swinney signing off for the evening. Your final here in Frankston. Frankston wins 45-14. Thanks for watching. Have a great evening, and we'll see you next time right here on NETSN. Good night, everybody.
Williams fights through the yards, breaks some tackles. Williams still on his feet. Williams breaks another tackle. Here he goes. He's got some blockers. Sam Williams, he ain't going to catch him. Touchdown, God. 59-yard touchdown run on 3rd and 2 for Sam Williams.
Yeah, whoa. They get set early, quickly here. Play clock down to 3. Dixon gets it off, low snap.
Pickram up the middle, and there he goes. Pickram into the secondary. Pickram is going to go. He is gone. Touchdown. Macho steps up in the pocket, and he gets away from one tackler, avoids another tackler, tries to run. He's still on his feet. Camacho's still on his feet. He's still running. Camacho, goodness gracious, he's still going. Camacho, is he going to score? Wow. Touchdown. Quick pass. Bork adjusts and intercepted, and he caught it.
He's coming back. He's coming back.
He's going all the way.
Oh, my God. No,
It's Taylor.
Just let him go. Just let him go.
And a pick six. Kind of stalled him out here. Brisbane got Stewart with a little. Oh, he ran over the defender. A helmet coming off. Holy man. Quarterback Smith. And Smith's in the gun. He's going to go back to pass. Goes out to his left. He's got a man open. It's Bork again. Caught. Bork breaks some tackle. Oh my gosh. He's still on his feet. He's inside the 10. Touchdown, Arp. What? Here we go. First and 10. They're going to throw it outside. They're going to double pass here. Going deep. That's Man Scott. What a catch by Man Scott! Is a one-handed grab. He's going to go almost all the way. Just tackled at the one. Highlight reel right there for Man Scott. Oh my goodness, Jason.
I don't think you'll see anything like that.
Woo.
That's not an East Texas highlight reel. That's Sports Center right there.
Man, oh man. What a catch.